erase the way, and the ever-steady six-point shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, bruise the furnace, pick up for days on days, and the great Tom Clover's global fence have bad writing to slay. We are all damage, all damage. We are all damage, all damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello and welcome to a brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson, 22, joined this week by the always steady Sticks Boy, 73.
What's up, everybody?
The Ballbuster, Brucifer.
Who, me?
And the architect, Joe's Doolin. Dom Tober could not join us this week. His wife had a family... was it a death in the family? So we wish them the best. We wish her and her family the best as they and our condolences to them. So he is traveling this week. So best wishes out to Dom and Giggles and her family. We do have a good show this week. At some point, a show favorite of ours, Mark Spears, is going to hop on and going to talk about some new stuff he's got going on. But before we get to that, how was everybody's week? Mine, you guys know how mine was. Mine was like
you were a little damaged.
Yeah.
Mine was like a scene from Terrifier. It was pretty bad Monday night. It was pretty brutal.
But, you had everybody worried. You had everybody worried because all you said in the chat was ER, and then.
Yeah,
I had to,
I just
wasn't until I remembered
into it because it is. I mean, I had this gushing nosebleed Monday night, and it was uncontrollable, and I had to get rushed to the ER. It was not something I experienced. I know some people have experience. I was talking to Joe. People have experiences with nosebleeds. Throughout my life, I've gotten hit in the head, face with basketballs, football. I've never had a nosebleed that I can recall, and then suddenly Monday night it just starts gushing blood and. My blood pressure shot up and scared the shit out of my wife and go to the ER. Ended up having to do a little bit of light surgery to control the bleeding. It was a mess, but I'm back. Appreciate everybody.
Welcome back.
Everybody, good wishes and well wishes for me. I am back. Might be sniffling a little bit, so if you see a little blood start running down there, give me the one of those and I'll cut it off. But yeah, it was nuts. So how was your week?
Did you bring X-rays? We want to see.
No X-rays. No. They were completely. This is the boring. They didn't actually do any X-rays. They stuck balloons up my nose. They were doing all kind of stuff to try and control the bleeding. I just couldn't do it. It was just it's nuts.
Good Lord.
Wow.
It was nuts. Not something that I am used to. Thank goodness, because I do not want to. Not something I would.
How was the ER experience? Were you there for hours before they saw you?
No, they got me in there. I think when you go in there with that much blood coming out,
yeah,
True.
They don't like to clean up messes in the hallway.
Yeah,
so you're gonna have to. Holy shit! You got a lot of blood. Come here.
Like it was crazy, but yeah, a lot going on this week. Obviously. We already said what we got coming on the show. Mark Spears will be with us. Star Wars celebrations going on. So, maybe it's a good thing we couldn't get Dom on here because it would be almost impossible to keep Dom from talking about Star Wars tonight.
Poor Gibbons family. They're just going to have to listen to Dom talk about Boba Fett for.
Yeah, this is what I wanted.
Dom. We give Dom so much, but right now, for those that I don't know if you guys, am I the only one out of the four of us that maybe is in the Star Wars chat? Dom is so happy. He is a giddy little child right now. He is. It's almost fun to see how happy Dom is right now. That's all going to go around the crapper when Disney does what Disney does, and it just pulls court,
pulls the rug from underneath him.
Oh, the problem is people's expectations are up here.
Right now,
I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. And when they don't get it, they get upset. This is the worst thing ever.
Dom is a kid on Christmas morning right now. He is.
I'm sure he's writing. He has his fan theories in his head now about everything that's going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we're going to hear about it.
They're giving him everything he wants right now. That's what they're giving me everything I want. He's so happy. I tell you what, though, guys. As far as What the F Friday, not a lot went on this week outside of I don't know. Not a lot went on. So here's the only thing that I will
What the?
and this is more weird than interesting maybe, but see if it's going to let me. World's first sperm race to be held in Los Angeles. You guys did a couple of the news outlets too. So two colleges, Southern California and University of California, are going to have sperm races under the microscope to see. It's going to be a 2 out of 3. The sperm are going to be racing towards something. It's going to be under a microscope. A lot of variables in this that this article really did not go into, as to diet. Do you get to juice up your sperm? I mean, I don't know. You get to roid it up. I don't know. What's a lot of stuff left out. But
this gives a new meaning to beating your buddy.
I have some other questions, but I'll
there's
leave
gambling.
those for off
There's gambling riding on this. There's money on the line. What's your questions, Jeff?
Is it sperm from a single person or sperm from multiple people?
It's I guess each school is entering their best sperm. I guess I don't know. Each school is entering their best sperm, and may the best sperm win. I don't know. There weren't a lot of details in the article. Like I said, probably a little more weird than interesting, because there's just.
I think the better question is.
That's really the only thing that was newsworthy this week. That's even worthy.
Wow. Can you bet on it?
Apparently, you can bet on it. Yeah,
There have to be
so we could be looking at the beginning of the future of a new sport, sperm racing.
That was a far better story than the one that I sent you earlier today, Jedi.
I wouldn't want to be the one to have to clean up after the race. No.
And that's it this week, guys. That is all I had this week. So,
that's all you have? No Guinness?
Not a lot. No, we didn't get any.
No balls in the mouth. No.
Dave Rush wasn't juggling any balls or throwing any.
Taking off for the Holy Week.
Yeah, I guess so. There's just not a lot going on this week. There was some Guinness stuff. A lot of people played Monopoly in Australia. It's not up to the caliber of the qualified, what we want to report on here. So.
Quality, qualified.
We have
standards. Certain criteria.
They're not high standards, but they're standards nonetheless.
Yeah. I guess they're standards. I must have missed the memo.
All right, who do we got in the chat tonight, Jedi?
Let's see who we got. All right, scroll all the way back up here. GT Comic. I think GT let it slip last week and didn't do too well. I think maybe he got third last week. It's hard to remember. But no, first, second, third, and fourth this week. GT not taking any prisoners. And then a little salt in the wound, saying, Tommy, I guess Tommy is his arch rival. Tommy, are you in any way affiliated with the early to mid 80s VH? Okay. I feel like he's asked that question before.
Tammy Longbox.
I don't know. Tommy, you were in some weird shit back in the day. Yeah. All right, so have a good one. Let's see, my camera's always right in the way.
Happy birthday.
Have a good one. Have a good show, fellas. Catch up with you on the rewind. Good to hear from you, Tommy. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. What's up, Hero? What's going on? Hello. Kingdom. Oh, hey, Matt. Okay. Berdazzle. That's a new one for me. Berdazzle. What's going on, Berdazzle?
Welcome.
Timothy Brandt. LFG. What's LFG?
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Okay. All right. Christina Pay. What's going on, Christina? Terry. Hey, all. What's going on, Terry? Ed is back to just regular old Ed.
Oh, wow. I'm not used to seeing that. Boring.
It's good to have you back.
Ed.
Boring.
It's just Ed.
We're boring now.
Sorry, Ed, you're boring.
We don't do boring.
Sorry, Ed. Nerdy Geek, what's up, everyone? Bring on the king. Who's the king? I think we know.
Well, either me or Mark.
Christina. What's up, Lisa? What's going on, Lisa Noble? Collecting with Durs.
Hey, Durs.
Another new one.
Hello.
Tyson, I know I'm behind, but I already told you. I've had
You got the SNL Chippendales with Farley?
That's great.
Good job.
I keep forgetting to look. It's funny. But hey, I'm behind on your IG clips too. Sorry. All right. What else? Did I miss anybody? Jim Camille. Sorry.
Jim Camille.
Sup.
One of my DCU people.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
One of my nuts.
They are out there. BK, what's going on, BK? The show has now begun. It's good to have BK.
BK has been let out his basement. Thank you for coming.
Sean
Batiste.
Batiste. What's going on, Sean?
Right.
Hello, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear.
Oh, Mama Bear had surgery and she's recovering. Thank you for showing up, Mama Bear.
Oh, good.
Appreciate it, Mama Bear. And Mama Bear, thank you for wishing I'm better. Hope you're doing well too. It's amazing. The older you get, man, surgery just beats the shit out of you. I just feel like I've been in a fight with Tyson or something. It's just nuts. JSS Brooklyn, what's going on, JSS?
Hey.
Am I missing anybody? Rim Dog. Rim Dog. Yo, shout out Mark. Ultimate Showdowns is here. Got a couple of new names tonight. Good. And if I miss anybody, I am sorry. Grumpy G, what's going on, Grumpy?
Grumpy.
And I think that's about all of us. Everybody. Thanks for popping in. Oh, Gunslinger. What's going on, Gunslinger?
Hey, Gunslinger. All right. So then,
all right.
I guess it's time for a little LI. You ready, Bruce?
Oh, well, I'm always ready, buddy. I'm always ready.
And let's do it.
All right, welcome to the outside looking in. The books that were not hot enough for the CBSI top 10. What's that music?
Yeah, I heard that.
Right,
we're just gonna blame that on Sticks.
We have G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Spirit #1, the 1 in 25 pawns, incentive, only 5 sold. We have an average of $43, the highest 75. This is on the heels of last week's Jinx #1, which was the Eye. This is the J this week. So all of these covers seem to be popular with G.I. Joe fans.
I still think
Very astute. Very astute.
I still think people are sleeping on the ongoing other G.I. Joe series. Those 1 in 10s at the end of that run. That's those are some good covers. Spirit.
Chippendales is just for Bruce. Thank you. You know, I like my Bears.
Yeah,
it's a good cover.
Who's his character? This is character on the cover.
That's Spirit.
Spirit.
Okay. Spirit.
You didn't read G.I. Joe? Watch the anime?
I did not grow up reading G.I. Joe. No.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm guessing these are.
I lived it, man. Lived it.
Yeah.
That's not Eagly. That's not so I think that's not Eagly on the cover either.
Eagly's a lot cooler than this eagle. So when O comes out next week, who's O? You know who's next in the list?
No, I'm not sure who's next.
No. Don't know.
Well, keep an eye on O. So,
yep.
Joe.
Yeah, it'll be a fun set to collect.
Yeah, the covers are awesome. I should have started collecting them, but
that's your nominee.
Cover of the year? No. Next up, we have Daredevil 184. This is on the list because who doesn't love a Daredevil Punisher team up?
I enjoyed the finale. I dug it.
Mm-hmm.
I love having Punisher in there. Bernthal's a great Punisher. He's a lot of fun.
You're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. We all from Jersey. Come on, that's the Martha, Jersey.
I enjoyed it too. I did think it was funny that between Berthal's and then you got Daredevil going, stop it, stop. Stop it.
Let me shake your hand. What?
That was a
what?
It was a great scene in the apartment, though. The scene in the apartment was fantastic.
Yeah, the apartment was really good, actually. When he slammed the guy's face on the counter, and the blood just splattered on the counter, and they just shot him in the head. I was like, this is not my parents' Disney.
Yeah, ordinarily I get kind of burned out on watching like Daredevil fight all the henchmen over and over again, just fighting the same henchmen. I did enjoy the Punisher actually just like brutally just tearing the shit out of them. I thought that was much needed. It kind of gave it a little newness, other than just the same old. And then of course, like I said, I got frustrated with Daredevil, just like stop it, stop, no, don't hurt him, no, like, shut up.
Yeah, that's why it was fun to have Frank there.
If you didn't get the last episode of the Daredevil, I'll next year, end of the year, beginning of next year, I want to have a Punisher Frank Castle special. It'll be more bang bang. So that's what I do. I'm the Punisher.
He is a breath of fresh air in the MCU.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Cosmic said 9.5 for the 9.5 for the finale.
Yeah, it was solid. It was a good setup for season 2. I enjoyed it. I can't complain.
No, also.
I did have a question though. I don't know if we're going to talk about this in news or not today or not, but
at any point, I didn't do any news. We could just talk about Daredevil randomly.
At any point though, in comic, has Bullseye ever been a good guy? Has he ever been like an anti-hero or something?
Not that I can think of.
I think we're heading there. I think that was my question that I asked the guys on TAC and they ignored me. Brucifer ignored my Wednesday.
What was your question?
Like, do you think we're going to get an anti-hero type Bullseye next season where he's kind of a good guy who's joins
I don't know about that.
I don't think
so.
He could be on Dark Avengers or end up on Thunderbolts. I can see that being forced to work there. Or he could be part of the anti-hero task force in the second season. That'd be a way of Kingpin persuading him not to kill his wife. What do you mean? That was a terrible impression. That was a spot on. He was channeling Rocky in that freaking show. That was a Stallone he was doing. Get out of here.
No, it wasn't. It was good. I liked it. I was very happy with it. What do we got?
I did. I enjoyed it. I thought
Jersey. All right, moving on. We have Fantastic Four 281. This is on the list because Vanessa Kirby said this version of Sue Storm inspired her Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four movie. So all you gooners are happy now. We might get her in this outfit at some point.
Yep. Remember, this is not her.
This is Bruce's favorite word now.
What?
Gooner?
Gooner.
I don't think I've watched you on a YouTube show in the past 2 weeks. You haven't said Gooner at least once.
I have my reasons.
Well, like I said, you had a little move with this book before with Rivals. Now you get a little bit more move. Remember, 280 is her first as Malice, but she's not on the cover, so this is of course more recognizable. So have at it, kids.
Hey, Beulah. Hey, Travis. What's going on?
Those burn runs of Fantastic Four have been sitting in dollar bins for years and years and years. Have at it. Yeah. Great run. Love burn. But those books have not gotten love for many, many years.
Bruce is working on his goon cave. Speaking of Fantastic Four, there's been a lot of controversy about the trailer. I didn't mind it. Whatever. We'll see when it comes out. That's my motto.
We knew that's what we were getting.
Thank you, Matt, for that.
We knew that's what we were getting, so I don't know why people were up in arms about it. I mean, it's a surfer. It's going to look like a surfer.
The last discourse I've seen, discussion I saw about this in the last day has been Silver Surfer's cup size.
Oh, good lord.
It's a fine discussion to have. There's no
yes, it's a very fine discussion. You know, people want a very busty Silver Surfer, and others don't want a busty Silver Surfer. But you know, it's everybody's choice.
They're going to do what they're going to do with the movie. You're going to like it or not like it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. We have no control over the MCU. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to put out what they want to put out. We're either going to like it or not like it. Right,
look at this. The rivals Emma Frost. They're not going to do Emma Frost like that in the MCU.
No, you never know.
You never
know.
Who would you like to see as Emma Frost play Emma Frost, Joe?
You know what? I don't even know. My temperament leans toward redheads in redhead roles, so going blonde is tough for me.
Yeah.
I can just imagine. What if they had given us an Ickpot style?
Silver Surfer. She wouldn't be able to stay on the board. She wouldn't be able to stay on the board. It'd be a little top heavy. Keep falling off.
Yeah. It would be worth it just to hear the comments. It would almost be worth it. Just throw it out there as a tease. Just because.
That would be fun. All right. What's up next?
Next up, we have X-Men 282. This is on the list because Boyega wants to play Bishop in the MCU. He was asked if he could choose a character to play in the MCU. He said Bishop. So this is Bishop's first cover appearance, not his first appearance, but look out for 283 to hop up in price also.
Was this an interview during like Star Wars Celebration or something that someone asked him this off the cuff question?
No, I think it was before. Something about Kevin Feige asked him if he could play a Marvel character. Who would it be?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's not.
So this is something more than just some random YouTuber asking him some question. This actually has a little bit of Feige behind it. Okay, all right, fair enough.
If you were an X-Men, who would you be?
Yeah, that's about where it's at.
Anyone but
despise those questions.
Yeah, these questions get out of control sometimes.
Not a fan of January Jones.
I don't know. I thought we already had a good Bishop, though. I don't know if we want to throw that one away.
Indeed, the future is past.
We need to throw that whole universe away.
Yeah, but what's his name?
Was it Omar Sy? I think played Bishop.
I can't remember.
The French actor.
Yeah, he was French, but I don't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we have Darth Maul #1. There was a new animated series was announced during Celebration. I misspelled announced, but screw you guys. I don't have it.
Oh, it was announced.
Announced.
Sorry for all you British fans out there. It has nothing to do with Darth Maul. He's not announced.
There is a animated series on the way, and we have Darth Talon was also named to be in animation, which is sending Star Wars fans flipping in the rafters of churches now.
Yep. Woo! I mean, if they retcon her, sure they can do it, but it's not going to be the original Talon from the comics because she's no way she'd live that long.
No. I've seen
I don't understand. Oh, go ahead, Stick.
I was gonna say I've seen the trailer. It does not look like if you're talking about the one in the trailer, it does not look like Darth Talon, but it is a Twi'lek.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer. And why this book, though? I'm curious why this book as opposed to Darth Maul 2 or 3, where you had Cad Bane.
Maybe because it's the most. It's a little more obtainable than
number one, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those books aren't really that unobtainable anymore.
Weren't they really high at one point? I don't.
They were. They were. Yeah, back during Book of Boba Fett when Cad Bane did his live action, it was. But
Tyson, he's already doing that.
Yeah.
We lost Joe.
We lost Joe. That ain't good.
Don't worry. I got the slide deck. I guess I'll be able to run it if we lose them or just.
This was the last one.
The last what?
This was the last OLI, right?
Yeah, this was the last one.
Actually, I was trying to sell this book. Sticks. You remember? I think I was trying to sell this book for $1. I don't think I sold it for $1 in my Whatnot streams a couple of weeks ago. I don't think anybody
you did
for $1. Yeah, nope. I think it's still in the box. I think I had 2 of them.
Bro, Bruce was like, I'm typing over here in his Jersey accent. So, do you guys want to do some quick pickups before guests get here and Joe comes back?
Yeah, we can do that while we're waiting on Joe to
go right ahead, Jedi.
I've only got 2. So.
Oh, you got 2. There you go.
Right.
Let's Sticks go first this time. You got to
go first. All right.
I'll go first. Sure, why not? So if you follow me on IG, you will have seen that I got this in the mail the other day. Very, very happy to get it. Is my Scotty Young The Mummy signed.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Very happy to get that.
I would love to see a Scotty Young monster cover. A Scotty Young bride.
Mm-hmm. And then I got this. I got it pretty cheap. It's only a 4.5, but if I'm gonna get something encapsulated, I might as well just buy it. So nice. I got it really cheap. The Doctor Who first appearance in American Comics.
What year is that?
Well, what year is that, Bruce? That's
82? 82? I thought it was 82. 82. It took them that long to appear in comics?
What does it say here? In American Comics. 1980. 1980.
Sticks is mad because I cracked my Pence version out of his case. I can't believe you did that.
I can't believe it. So that's all I got for this week.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'll have to grab it. Forgot to pull something down. All right, so I have some Vampirella. I have the 674 Megacon Katia Sinyukina. I don't know. I'm butchering that name.
Is that a gold foil?
No, it's the bikini's gold, but it's not foiled.
I thought it looks foil. It's a nice cover.
And also by Katia, this is Savage Tales #1. Also Katia. All right, since we have the Master of Horror coming on a little later, might as well. I showed these 2 last week, but I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, so just fuck off. I did it. So I showed this one last week. Mark Spears. This is the C cover. This is the 1 in 20. Showed these last week, but since then, I've also got the 1 in 15, which there's a trade of this. Apparently, I have to get since I'm a completionist. I got to pick that one up. Mm-hmm. There's also foils of the blue. Also, there's a 1 in 30. I actually kind of like this one.
Yeah, it was nice.
And then you have the 1 in 10 red trade. The 1 in 40 virgin red.
Nice. The red is my favorite.
The red is nice too, yeah. The 1 in 25 green trade, and then the 1 in 50 green virgin. All right. Like I said, that's not even all of them because there's 2 trades I get if I'm going to get the whole set. There's 2 trades I got to get, and there's 2 foils I guess I have to get as well. Started getting some stuff in that I ordered during C2E2. We have I got 2 medals. This is Zombie Tramp, Sakura, Zombie Tramp.
Hey, Mark.
Welcome in, Mark.
What's up, Mark?
I'm doing a little pickups.
Got this one, and then I got the papers of the same Shakira. And then I actually won 2 giveaways. I actually won 3 giveaways. These are prints of EOM and Death Note trade paperback. So maybe I'll read this. I don't know. It's a giveaway.
There you go.
Nice.
That's all I got. Mark, you just missed me going through all of your Vampirellas that I said I wasn't going to get, and damn it if I didn't do it.
We pulled you in.
Pulled them in. It took me weeks to get them. I got them.
I didn't even believe myself when I said I wasn't going to get them. I didn't even. I knew I was lying.
That's all you got, Jedi?
That's it. Other than that book you sent me, which I forgot to dig out, but I'll dig that out.
All right. So I got I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, the skin jacket, human skin jacket she's wearing.
Ooh.
Sister Imperator. Love that cover. Great series. I had to get the Ichikuri Sonic and Justice League cover. I don't even know how this got in my order. Summer Superman Special #1, the Lozano.
Ooh.
I don't know how you ordered that. Come on now.
Well, I got 4 or 5 more coming from pre-order. I forgot about it. The Jiang Lobo.
Jiang.
Yep. A little who did this? Jae-Hung Lee, the Tana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
I'll send you a copy, Mark.
So,
I
just got a Zatanna sketch cover the other day, so I can draw Zatanna.
Panthro. Well, not Panthro, but Thundercats. Mark Spears, blue foil.
Ooh. That's
shiny.
pretty.
The purple looks even better, shiny.
I like that one too.
You love your shiny.
I do love my shiny. You know I love my shiny.
Those dynamite foils look pretty good. I gotta admit.
They really do. And I couldn't leave this out. Catwoman 75, the Novovich.
That Novovich is nice.
And then my C2E2 purchases and Liefeld. I'm buying books from Liefeld now. Thanks, Mark.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It's all a scam.
You got nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah. It's a
Hell
scam.
has frozen over. Hell has frozen over.
Has frozen over. What was it? I forgot who did. It was Clayton Crane, the Venom shiny foil.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that looks nice.
The
I just saw a Venom today that I liked.
G.I. Joe's. I had to get both covers just to throw it in Dom's face.
That's a reused cover.
I know.
Like a virgin.
That's from Master and Apprentice. They used that cover on Master and Apprentice.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Did they use that cover on Master and Apprentice sticks?
They did. They used it on Master and Apprentice. Thank you for asking, Joe.
We have some Department of Truth, the Zerdy.
Department of Truth still. That Something Is Killing the Children. It's the guilty pleasure of mine, and World Tree to a certain extent, because some of those covers are just too good to pass up, even if I've kind of fallen off from being a regular pull list.
Youngblood
book.
The regular and the foil, shiny foil virgins.
Who did that cover?
Some guy.
That's a freaking good artist.
Some guy, really good artist though.
Some up and comer.
Yeah, some new guy.
No, young kid.
He's got a long career ahead of him. I just gotta say, look.
The Red Witch.
Good enough.
Oh, is that the C2E2?
Yeah.
It's been sold at a few cons.
Okay.
It was sold at C2E2 also. Megatron.
Man, is that the same artist as the Youngblood? Because that just looks amazing.
I think so. It's kind of similar art.
He just keeps outdoing himself.
Yeah,
this guy.
But you know what I need in those covers, Mark?
What do you need in that cover? Feet.
Feet.
Feet. He wants feet. And finally, was this finally? Yeah, finally. The unholy one. Trades.
I like that. I gotta find
now on instead of making comments, I'm just gonna hold up signs.
There you go. That good.
That good.
All right.
And in honor of Mark being here, later on in the show, I will be giving away a Megatron cover to one lucky winner later on in the show.
Yeah, I think there was only 700 made, 800, something like that. So
I think 900.
Ain't a lot of those out there.
900.
900
made.
Nice.
That is. Think we
I guess real quick, we had 10 memberships gifted by Renovision.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Pete. One went to Terry Floyd. One went to Absolute Geek. One went to Artrell. One went to Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Nice.
Dave's Collection. Jedi Johnson got a membership.
There you go, Jedi.
You don't deserve it.
He really doesn't sound like that guy.
Chewy.
Bitch can't even stop bleeding.
Mama Bear Doll was gifted a membership.
He's a pussy.
Chucky Valdez and D was gifted a membership by Renovision. Welcome to the Renovision membership family, boys and girls.
Very nice. Did I miss your pickups, Jedi, while my power was out?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. All right, I'll do mine while I'm here. Got a nice little list here.
Oops.
You're not pickups. I'm pickups. There we go.
Oh, well, I've been picked up before. Don't give me some credit.
Yeah, I got a little
Been a while.
Chuma Hill. Little Chuma Hill. What's going on here? How about that boy?
You are on point with your crotch blocks. I have to say, Jeff.
My crotch blocks are fantastic. I need to work on the tip blocks. Well, my crotch
your
blocks,
booby blocks need a little work.
on
But,
point.
the crotch
Absolutely
blocks,
on point.
On point.
Those are Minecraft blocks.
I like Chuma Hill. Catching him on a Kickstarter is nice. Little Darwin Cook. Oh, what's that? A little Darwin Cook. Some more Darwin Cook. Some more Darwin Cook.
Ooh.
Oh, what is Bruce doing?
Bruce, what are you doing?
A little more Darwin Cook. Oh, some more Darwin Cook. I will pick these up all day and all night. These landscape DC Darwin Cook covers.
I have a few. I don't have many.
Oh shit! I've Darwin Cook. So I loaded up my Darwin Cook stuff, but also got a little eBaz.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with a little Batista.
He was at C2E2.
This is the artist version one from the Escort Kickstarter from Cheeky, where you could also have picked up the Palat.
Okay.
Got a little Paul Pope. I love Paul Pope. We had him as one of our mini spotlights last week. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Paul Pope covers. You can't go wrong with Predator on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
What more do you need? Little Paul Pope Tank Girl.
Terry.
Little Wonder Woman. I got a little Wonder Woman happy too. A little Bill Tucci, little Jenna Hex. Why not some Hughes?
Ooh.
Little Finch.
I agree,
A
Terry.
little more Finch.
I think you like fish.
And a couple Frisons.
Prison.
And these were just because I like buying weird shit that nobody else is gonna fucking buy. Wonder Woman 77 and Bionic Woman action figure variant.
I love that.
I would have gotten that. Yeah,
that. That is awesome.
And a nice
Amigo.
let's say sketch cover.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with this. That's what I have this week.
Nice. Good pickup.
And while you guys are here, please like, subscribe, and chat in the chat, because later on in the show, if you have any questions for Mark, we will be taking questions. So make sure you have good questions to ask. And also, if you want to enter the giveaway, type in hashtag Huntsville.
There you go. Make sure you use the H, not a C.
Yeah.
That's a different show.
I think that's a gentleman's club. That's a gentleman's club in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I need you to pull yours off, your OLI off of there.
Not the first time somebody asked me that.
Pull it off. All right. From now and later this week, I had a real hard time this week with books. There was nothing that really shook my tree too much this week. I did, as Bruce showed, love the Nubovich on Catwoman 75. Little sleeper there was the 1 in 25 Nightwing.
Yeah.
It was a nice cover. And I love Sonia Mattis. So I'll always throw in a Grim Fairy Tales cover when she has it. It's always good. But this week was kind of light. There wasn't much giving me the tingles. But in the future, Scorch 42. There's Thaddeus Robeck cover. I love Robeck. He's a great artist. Doesn't do a ton of covers, so I don't see his work very often. He did one of my favorite gun hunting covers. It's just a good cover. All the covers on this Scorch series have been really good lately. That Poison Ivy 34, the C cover, the Tran Win variant, is absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the best Ivy covers I've seen in a very long time. And again, I keep telling you people, stop sleeping on the old G.I. Joe series, which is still running.
Yeah.
So 317, the 1 in 10, the Portetta camouflage variant, negative space, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's a good Scarlet cover.
What are you doing?
People are going to be a little blinded by the by the other Joe stuff that's out there. So,
what other Joe stuff that's out there?
The Spirit #1. Oh, that Joe. Oh,
that yes. Joe
with a little Zartan and some dread in the knots. If you do some type of Cold Slither cover, I think Dom will bring Dom to tears. There will be actual tears. Yeah.
We were thinking about doing that instead of that one, but that's the week I started doing that one. They announced that Cold Slither thing at San Diego Comic-Con, where they're gonna have the action figure pack.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of stayed away and said, okay, I'll just do this, because I don't want to do the same thing. But because I think they'll probably have a cover, the actual Skybound will probably do it. So.
And for my tops and tails covers of the week, Cheeky Comics has a sundress special, so I gave you a top and a tail this week.
That's special? What? What kind of books are you buying? Sundress special.
Very filthy, dirty books. Crap. I like Othala M. The work that's been done by that artist has been really, really, really top notch. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the second cover's artist's name because I'm losing my voice and that's a long name to pronounce. But you got a top and you got a tail. So says the title. I deliver. So there you go. Cheeky Comics always puts out great stuff. They always pull in some fun artists.
Barogo.
Maybe. Sure.
Kyrano Barogo.
Yeah.
Kyrano Barogo. Very good. I like it. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
But Cheeky Comics has been putting out great stuff. Like I said, they pull in some fun artists. I get a good amount of Luana Vecchio covers that pop up through Cheeky Comics as well. So like I said, you got to comb through those Kickstarters and comb through those covers for some artists that you like. But they are there. Tops and tails. That's what we got.
Nice.
Jedi, I believe you are up. Oh, no. Oh, we don't have a 5 minute this week, do we?
No, I don't think we're doing that this week.
No 5 minute this week. So we're straight into
It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia. It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia Comic. Oh, cool. Sale of the week.
Where's my glow sticks?
the most incomprehensible lyrics that we could come up with.
Comics.
We're safe from AI, I think. Just because
they
can't sell. They can't say sale of the week.
Nope.
Well, because we have one of the masters of horror here with us tonight, I decided to we do a little looking for monsters, old monsters stuff, and see what it's going for out there. Some cool stuff out there. Starting with these 3.5-inch monster pins from Universal Pictures' famous monsters, 1960s. It's about as close as I can narrow it down. From Elwar. Sold on a best offer of $1,500 back in mid-March. There were two sales. Another sale, I think, same pin set, not presented quite as well. I think went for $1,100. So not a fluke.
Nice.
These pretty cool pins from back when they used to sell. Remember they used to sell cool stuff like at the theaters. You know, when you'd go there, they'd sell like pins and T-shirts and stuff back in those cool days. So nice. Pretty cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having these. These are pretty cool. I don't know.
Look awesome.
$1,500. Yeah. And then, hey, how many of us did not have iron-on, on our T-shirts back in the day? These are not small. These are famous Universal Monster iron-on transfers from 1964 Maniac. The card was 18 by 12 inches. The iron-on itself is 12 by 9 inches on the transfer. Perfect. So that is a huge iron-on.
I don't, Mark, just throwing it out there. Iron-ons.
I would
throw it in an insert in a poly. I loved iron-ons. I think the last iron-on I got.
Pins, I could see producing those same pins, but with my monsters on them, they look just amazing with the background colors. But those iron-ons, yes, I mean I was a part of that generation. That would be great to do. And little tattoos, remember those? You put the pen in water.
Oh yeah.
Little tattoos that aren't things like that. So
what was those little plastic things you put in the oven and they shrink?
Shrinky dinks.
Shrinky dink monsters.
I would love Shrinky dink monsters. That would be awesome. I love the name of that company, Maniac. That's an awesome name for a company.
You don't see too many nice big iron-on transfers like that anymore. I think the last one I got was in Grand Royal magazine, which was put out by like the Beastie Boys. And they had a Evel Knievel insert that was a iron-on transfer. It's fantastic. It's fun.
Well, these went for $1,000 on a best offer back in earlier this month. So from 1964, the fact that they're still unused and in good shape, presentable, is probably worth that $1,000. But yeah, these would be super cool as like add-ons and things for Kickstarters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, a lot of these figures I went with Frankenstein, but Frankenstein figure 1975 Azrak 8-inch figure. This was actually on some bid. There was some bid action going on this one. It wasn't just a buy it now. $1,625 off 44 bids back in late January for this on card Frankenstein 8-inch figure.
The bubble on that's really nice looking.
Pretty cool stuff. I like the pins. I think for nostalgia reasons, I like the iron-on transfer because I think, like I said, all of us probably did that. The pins look awesome though.
I just don't know. I don't understand. I don't know if you're familiar with Barstool Sports, but the Wolfman looks just like Dave Portnoy.
Dave who?
Who?
Dave Portnoy.
I'm not
from
familiar.
Barstool Sports.
I'm not familiar.
Wrong crowd. Sorry. One of you people will get it out there.
But that's it for the That's Not a Comic sale of the week for this week.
Fantastic. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Awesome.
I liked it. Those pins are nice.
Cool.
Now I'm going to start going looking for iron-on transfers. God, what are you doing?
Just one more thing.
Really.
Here's the question:
All
if you did get them, would you use them or would you keep them not used? Would you go ahead?
That
and
is a
try to
great
iron them?
question.
I would probably iron them on.
I would get 2 sets, and I would use
It depends.
one.
Are they sparkly? If they're sparkly, I'm ironing them sons of bitches on.
Glitter.
The sparkly man was just awesome back then, right? You could even feel it on the shirt after it's on there. I love those.
Oh yeah, sparkly ones are good. All right, Sticks, you got some trivia for us today.
I do.
You are not having a massive stroke. It's just trivia with Sticks. You did not suffer a debilitating head wound. It's just trivia with Sticks.
It's not CTE or PTSD.
It's just trivia with Sticks.
This show's gotten so much better since I was last year.
I've upped
Our production value is skyrocketing.
Yes.
Yeah, I paid myself more money to on top of that $0.
Sticks, I just hope this set doesn't give me a nosebleed. Sticks, that's all I'm hoping.
It's all the super chats, super chats money.
All right, what do you got for us tonight, Sticks?
WrestleMania.
Whoa!
What?
This weekend.
You gonna be watching?
Oh yeah.
All right, I was waiting for my mute to turn off because of the video. Yes, it is WrestleMania weekend. Tonight was SmackDown leading into tomorrow's WrestleMania weekend. Big weekend. WrestleMania is now 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. About roughly 9 matches per night. So I thought we'd do a little bit of WrestleMania trivia from. It's not really WrestleMania trivia. It's more pop culture wrestling trivia. This is WWE, either comic book or cartoon trivia. Let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
What?
All right. So question number 1: which animated title is not real? Scooby-Doo WrestleMania, Jetsons, Robo WrestleMania, Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the Speed Demon, or Surf's Up 2, Wave Mania.
Well, I've seen 2 of those. I know 2 of them are real.
You know, I wanted to ask you, Mark, do you have a wrestling efficient? Do you like watching wrestling? I know you're.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to make it a stereotype. Hey, he's from Alabama. He must like wrestling.
Oh, jeez, Sticks.
And yet you did.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I do. I do watch wrestling. I'm just thinking like you're gonna be sitting there thinking, man, Mark's got chickens in his yard. Bet you.
Hey, I got cows next door and guinea hens.
Yeah.
So,
I've watched wrestling since I was little. You know, with and then what was it? Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling cartoon and all that stuff. So.
Oh, good. All right.
Do you have a ring in your backyard?
Yeah, we wrestle every day. So hey, here's a little extra added value I will add to the show. So when I was younger, maybe 8, 9 years old, Hulk Hogan came to town, a wrestling show out here at where we're going to be doing the expo. And I remember we got seats right there where they came out. So, I reached my hand out and I got to touch Hulk Hogan, right? And that was just amazing as a kid. Well, Hulk Hogan was coming back. He's doing these tour this year of these liquor stores
for his Big American beer.
Yes, all right. So, and one day I was messing around, telling my kid, because he was coming to actually like 10 minutes from my house, but it was going to be too crowded. so we couldn't get there. But I was telling my son, I said, man, I should go up to him and say, Hulk Hogan, I remember touching you when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
and we were sitting there just dying laughing at that. Like he would go, yo, brother, you better watch what you're saying, brother. You know, because it sounds like, you know, you touch your kids, brother. So there you go. There's my 10th edition to tonight's show. Is my Hulk Hogan story.
At least it wasn't Vince McMahon. So
yeah,
I think you're safe. All right. Any choices on this one, guys? I think we've let this one.
I want to say
Tyson with E.
Tyson with E.
I'll say B. I'll say B.
B's.
I want to say D.
D.
I've watched B.
No, the answer is.
I'm changing my answer to D.
I'm going to say D as well.
Unless I said the alternate universe.
They are all real.
Oh,
you can't do stuff like that, man.
Tyson is correct. It was
Thank
E.
you.
They are all real.
E.
Even this one that I put up there, there was quite a few. I was surprised. This Stone Age.
You've been sticks.
SmackDown. Yeah, you've been sticks.
This is why I don't come to work. This is why I stay home.
I tried to find a fake one, but every time I looked for a fake one, it ended up being real.
You just make a fake one. You just make a fake one.
Yeah, I was lazy. All right, next question.
Well, see, now I think he's going to get me, and I'll have to say none of them because.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the gamble. Which of these or those?
I had to guess,
as I wrote
I think CM Punk did write an issue, but I don't know.
Which of these wrestlers have written? Yeah, it's Gaelic. It's Gaelic. Which of these wrestlers have written for a Marvel Comics Spider-Man title? Was it A, Raven, B, Macho Man, C, Samoa Joe, or D, CM Punk?
CM Punk.
Yeah, I'll go D.
I'll take the D.
I know it's not B or C, but
yeah, you're getting D's all across the board.
Yeah, I don't play fair. You're right.
I think that one's
we are all
pretty much settled across the board there.
CM Punk wrote a Thor annual.
God damn it.
I trust Leg. He would probably know. So I'm revoking my answer and say none.
Hey, big leg.
I don't trust Sticks now.
Yeah, he's not.
I do throw in some curveballs, Mark. I'm not gonna say I don't.
All right, and the answer is.
All right, and the answer is.
What's the answer? Really?
Wow.
Answer is Raven. Raven wrote one episode of Tangled Web, issue 14. Now, CM Punk did write for Marvel, but it was not a Spider-Man title. It was Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe.
Tangled Web has some winter covers on there. There's some good Darwin covers on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sticks, I just want to thank you for being true to form. Even though Mark is here, we have a special guest. I want to thank you for being true to form and just so that
and just shit in that bed, putting as much shit in that bed as you can. Yeah. All over those sheets.
Special favors for our VIP.
It's going all the way through to the mattress pad, into the mattress.
If I'm gonna slide some of my wonderful questions in there, it's gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be just for you guys. So yeah. So there you go. All right, next question. This WWE superstar has the most listened to theme songs on Spotify.
Oh.
Is it John Cena, The Time Is Now, Triple H's The Game, CM Punk, As Fire Burns, or Hulk Hogan's Real American? Which do you think has the most? Has the most?
As in historically, who has the most? Or
we don't know how Sticks
so currently on as of when I did this, and I don't think it was pretty high, so it wasn't in any way going to be knocked off anytime soon. So
I'm going to name the person I've had a personal relationship with since I touched him when I was a kid.
As a kid.
That's fair. It's a strong memory. It's a strong memory that just burns into the brain.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tempted to say Hulk Hogan, but
I'm just
I
saying 'cause it's
personally
been around longer. You know,
I like the games. I like because isn't that by what's the guy that sings that the band?
It's a heavy metal band. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm gonna
well-known
say
band.
Triple H. I'm gonna say the game, but I'm probably wrong. Just because
I'm sticking with Hulk Hogan. $5 on Hulk Hogan.
Okay, well,
All right, I'm saying screw your choices because I know the best theme song of all
Motorhead.
time
Motorhead.
belongs to Edge. Metalingus by
Oh.
Alter Bridge. Damn it.
yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Edge.
Edge.
Nobody,
Okay.
nobody,
All right.
nobody knocks Lemmy off the pantheon. All right, and the answer
All right,
is
and your answer is
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
I want to recount.
But
Yep.
I mean, when you think
It was
about
rigged.
But
it's Spotify. It's
yeah,
you know, it's
was
streaming
Spotify even
service,
around
so-
back during Hulk Hogan's heyday?
No.
well, no, but they have his theme song on there.
Yeah,
I'm
they have
sure.
a theme song.
Yeah, but nobody,
Yeah, but those
We don't-
are nostalgia.
his fans don't
Yeah.
know how to operate computers, sticks.
Yeah, well, that might be true.
I'll tell
Too
you,
many
brother.
Too many
Yeah.
prison items. There you go.
It's my theme song, brother.
Eat your vitamins.
I will be selling this tonight on our live auction. Okay.
Nice.
You want it remarked? No, never mind.
Show us where he touched you.
Wrong show. That's Discord.
Show it. I think.
And speaking of Hulk Hogan
Right
fans
there
not
on
knowing how to operate a
Right in bicep.
Oh, you got a little bicep. All right.
I got a little bicep
Very
action.
All right. Next question up. All right. Question number 4. WWE has a Secret Wars number 8 homage. Is that true or is that false?
That's true because I've seen that cover. I know
Yeah,
I
I want to say true.
Everybody have one of these?
was it Macho Man that was on the
I'd say you have a 50-50 chance, but it's a sticks question, so you never know.
So yeah, your chances are like 30 or 20%.
As the questions get bigger, the
I can
percentage gets
see him
lower.
doing this. Actually, it was a WWF homage because back then it was before they changed their name to WWE. So you're both
Damn
wrong.
you.
See, you're catching on. You're
He
catching on.
said it
Yeah,
already.
I
You're
know.
getting it.
It's his routine.
Yeah, see? God, I can't get anything by you, Mark. God damn it.
Yeah.
You just had to pick wrestling for your trivia, did you?
I did. WrestleMania is a big weekend.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to say true, but
We should have
I
done
am
Mark's
standing by.
trivia.
to
Give
be
me a
fixed
shot.
on this.
I'd have had like a 40% chance to know that stuff.
Yeah.
Which store put out this exclusive for Mark's beard?
Which YouTuber says Mark sucks the most?
Does Mark use AI? True or false?
Yeah.
Is Mark a shill bitter?
Oh.
Ouch.
Wow.
All right. On that note, what's the answer, Joe?
True.
It's true.
Answer is true.
And it was
Here we
Hogan.
got your Hulk Hogan's Secret Raw from WWE Superstars,
Mark, you have been sticked.
number 11.
I have been stixed.
There you
And
go.
lot of
being
finger
a
separation going on there.
representative of HR, I will be writing sticks up
Yes, do that.
for violations of our policies.
Sticks doesn't get
Or
written up.
representative.
Sticks doesn't get written up. Sticks
No.
has Sticks
It
has free
should be
pass.
written up. It is.
It's free pass at all times.
There you go. There you go. All right. Last question, number 5.
I thought this was over. Damn it.
I thought
Which
it
was
over too.
Which was the longest running WWE cartoon series? Is it Slam City, Camp
Oh.
WWE, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, or WW Storytime?
Well, it's not C. That only went one season.
Oh,
I'm guessing B.
Good see.
Look how great Captain Lou looks in that cartoon.
Yep.
Moolah looked great too. I'm going with story time.
That just got such a crappy poster though. Is that a real thing, or is that a?
That's the real poster for it. Yeah, that's the real poster for it.
Doesn't have a dangerously thin-legged Sergeant Slaughter in it or anything.
Yeah, it's boring.
Those
I'm going to say
legs.
City Slam. I'll say A, although it looked like a video game instead of a cartoon. But
No one thinks it probably was.
No, that was a cartoon. E again.
Some D's and some C's. All right.
All right, and your
Answer on
answer
this one?
is
you are not having a massive stroke.
See.
What?
Is there
Really?
season?
It's the longest
That went
running-
2 seasons, Mark. Yeah, we had 2
The
seasons
longest
for 26 episodes. Now,
Looks like
WWE,
it's a season I haven't seen. What?
Camp WWE did have 2 seasons, but not as many episodes.
City Slam was my dorm room in college.
Yeah.
Slam City.
Slam City, sorry.
Too much information.
Oh, Tyson.
Thank you, everyone, for playing
Never disappoints.
my trivia.
Excellent.
Appreciate you.
Well,
Oh, look at this.
Now what you've all been
that's
waiting
cool
for.
looking.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mark. I guess we should start. Let's start off with the Kickstarter because it's going to be launching when? Give us a little more information.
April 25th. So what is that?
Nice.
7 days? It would be 7 days from today. Yep. You can also, if you don't want to type in that whole long thing, I think I got
the QR code for you there, buddy.
Oh, there you go. It's also markspearsmonsters.com takes you to it. I got it forwarded over there too. Right now you can go over there and be notified for next week, so you won't forget. So this year we're doing, we skipped last year. I didn't do the cards because I was a little bit busy. But this year we're doing the cards. You'll have some character cards in it. But the biggest thing will be comic cover cards. So we're doing all the monster covers that have come out. I think there's over 160 of them because of all the exclusives and all that stuff. And like on these, it's even covers for Monster and the Wolf, like those 2 on the left. I'm putting those in there. Covers you've never seen before because they haven't been released yet. That's the cover to number 9 of Monsters, the vampire cover. And then when there's a greenish color, like this ghoulish cover to your card, that means it's a cover that was never released, like a virgin variant or a color variant. So we're going to have those in there. And they're all going to be numbered. Anything that's not like a regular base card will be limited quantities like that. Those might be only 199 made. So it'll be legacy numbered, 1 of 199, 2 of 199. So we're doing those. We're going to offer some monster complete sets, but only about 100, 150 of those will be offered because, we have to keep it low because of all the specials you can get inside the series. So there will be blaster boxes. There'll be hobby boxes, printing plates will be randomly put in there. I'm even going to do some very, very short cards, like 1 of 1 cards scattered in there to where just, so you'll want to get a pack and hopefully get one of those. There'll be some autographed cards. One thing we're doing new this year is mini cards. If you collect baseball cards and stuff like that, you'll have seen these instead of a normal
like the T206 style.
Yeah. So instead of like a normal card, trading card size, which is 3.5 by 2.5, it would be scaled down to about this size, real like thin, about that big. Mm-hmm. So mini cards will be in it. It'll be a mini parallel set. There will be foil cards as a parallel set as well, and we're doing. People love the black and white monochrome. We're doing those as a parallel, and then the retro where it'll have the old. See if I got one. Yeah, the old. Well, let's see if I got one here. I might have one sitting on my desk. Here's what a printing plate looks like. If y'all haven't seen a printing plate before, like this is the cyan of the Mad Hatter.
There you go.
It's a 1 of 1. So things like this will be put in there. This is from the Halloween edition. The last time we did it in 22.
You gonna sign some of those as well, or just?
Yeah, I'm going to sign some. Actually have some cards that will be autographed. They're made just for that. But then I'm going to go in there and sign some random things. So you just don't know what you're getting, right? You don't know, like, oh, maybe Mark signed some in this pack. So I'm trying to find some. Maybe I got it over here. I'll show you the retro real quick. Oh, let's see. Let me get this one up. Here we go. So the retro is actually on the old retro stock, right? This is how the old cards in the 80s and 70s looked. It's like distressed on the border. So we'll have a parallel set of those in there.
So put some 40-year-old gum in there with it.
We did put gum in the first series we ever did. People loved it, even though they didn't like to eat it. One guy made I think a video where he ate like 40 pieces of it, and he said it was horrible. But they stopped doing the gum about 6 months after that. So to make up for that, I might make a gum card, right? So make a trading card and actually have a stick of gum there, and maybe it's all molded and corroded or something, right? Maybe Igor's chewing. I don't know. We'll do something as an homage to the gum that used to be there.
Big water chaw.
Have a Skull Bandit card.
So that's basically what we're doing. So there'll be, I don't know how many boxes we're going to produce yet. It'll be limited. I don't think we're going to go overboard, even though Monsters is bigger now. I think we'll still keep it down to, around the manufacturing. We'll probably still only do around 1,000 boxes or so. I got to come up with those exact numbers. So when it sells out, it kind of sells out. But I know with the complete sets, they'll sell out. One other little note to put out there is if you get a complete set, I'm going to do a comic book cover, and I'll have it ready by next week, that you can only get by getting that complete set. So it'll probably be for issue number 6, because that'll be out around the same time the cards. It'll be out in late July. The cards will probably come out in August. It will only be made as many as the complete sets are. So if there's 150 complete sets, only 150 of that issue would be made, and you get that with the complete set. So and then I'm going to do one other cover and attach it to some boxes, because I believe those will sell out really quick, and do it to where if you buy maybe 4 or 5 of the boxes, I'll have a certain threshold level. You get this free comic book cover that you only can get is if you bought those boxes. So
it's April 25th, right, Mark?
The what now?
April 25th.
April 25th it starts. See some of those cards on screen. So even these exclusives and things you've never seen before, like the creature right there has never been released before. We've got like the shark cover. We got the pink. They call them that. My wife started calling it the player because it's the pink Slayer cover. That's actually being released next week at the expo. And only 50 were made. So if you can't get one of those, get one of these. And then it'll have a foil version of it too that you can get. The Davis Ryder Torment cover that was a buzz last week at C2E2.
Yeah,
that's going to be a card. The trick or treat ones. So it's basically, if you love collecting the comics, you can get these and see. Basically, it's almost a checklist for the covers out there, right? And it's kind of neat where if you own that rare cover, get the card to go with it. So it's going to be kind of fun, something a little bit different.
How long is the Kickstarter going to run for? You have any idea? A month or?
We're running it through May. So I think it's like May 30th it'll end, and we will have, I believe, late pledges for the stuff that's still available, like the boxes, right? Blaster and Hobby. Unless we set a certain number on that and run out. So it'll run through then.
So if in case anybody's watching, I will not be getting Christmas gifts again this year because of the Kickstarter.
Well, dude, I hadn't even talked about the Kickstarter we got planned for this Christmas.
I know you haven't.
I can already see Bruce for crunching the numbers over there a minute ago.
I think Sticks will be very happy with that Kickstarter.
Well, here's what you do. Grab a couple boxes of these, flip them when they come out, and that'll help you pay for the Kickstarter that's going to come out in November and December for the comic book here. Some of these Halloween editions. So just to be transparent, that I did the last Halloween edition I did was in 22. Those sold for about, I think, $100 a box. They're going for $200 to $500 now. Even the boxes that I did just in 23 of series, it was called Series 2. Those are going high numbers because you can't get them on Amazon anymore, right? All my inventory got depleted there and Walmart, and so the cards are. Man, I saw some cards going. I haven't sold any single cards. I saw them going for like $40 on eBay. So it's crazy. People are enjoying the cards. There's the Wicked of Oz. So the one question I got asked so much when Monsters came out was, when you doing more cards? I thought this is kind of tying the comics and cards together. Also, I can introduce some new characters in this that you will be seeing later this year and early next. So it's kind of a neat way to tie it all together. So
that's always fun. Nice. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, with the boxes, you said you for the full set. Are you able to make a complete base set out of box or no?
Yes, you would be able. I don't know how many boxes you have to buy. I don't want to say that, but yes, all the cards you would be able to get through the boxes and not have to buy a complete set. Yeah. It just makes it easier for you. You have it all right there, but they are limited in these cards. Like some of them will be.
Well, I understand. I understand that. Yeah.
Only 199 made. 100 of those or 150 of those would go to the complete sets. So, only like 50 are out there in free, in the boxes, things like that. But yes, you would be able to get, I think you would be able to do it with the boxes. You also have more stuff you can get out of the boxes than the complete sets. Like printing plates, you would only get one. I think in the complete set, I'm providing you with one. You might buy 5 boxes and get 5 printing plates, one in each box. You also might, I'm going to put in some cards in there that you can't get in the complete set, like 1 of 1s, maybe 1 of 10s, to where, it just makes collecting the boxes a little bit more fun when you go, oh man, I got a card that only 1 exists, and Mark signed it and it's just 1 out there. Or, make 10 of them and I sign all 10 and you're like, oh man, I pulled 1 of those. So I'm going to do those, and those would be in boxes. There's nothing different between the hobby box and the blaster box right now, as in there's just random. I don't have it where you're guaranteed one thing or the other. I may have I got to talk to the printer. I could guarantee like a printing plate in a certain box, and have it different where you're guaranteed it here, 1 printing plate when you purchase this 1 box. But then, you have to go up a little bit in the price on it. But we might do that. But there'll be a lot of printing plates. This is the only time you'll ever be able to get a printing plate of a cover that you liked. Because we talked about getting a printing plate cover thing to do it, right? Like a big cover one. They can't cut the metal right at the printer to do it. So the trading card option is the only way to get that. So if you loved this the Pink Slayer cover and you really wanted the printing plate of that, now that card, the 4 will exist, a blue, black, yellow, and red. And then also if there's a different version of that one, like the black and white or like the retro or something like that, they might make a printing plate of those too. I'm not sure how many printing plates you're going to have, but at least every card will have at least 1 rainbow set. So this would be your chance to those. Yep, trying to make it fun for collectors, but also make it fun if you just want to buy 1 box and never buy them again. I want you to get enough of the cards and a lot of enjoyment out of it. So we'll probably do 20 cards per pack right? So you got a lot of cards inside. We'll probably do around 160, I think, 140 to 160 cards per box of the big box. So you got a lot of good cards in there. So
nice. Yep. Now, do I have to come to your house and knock on the door to get my comic book, or when I have the full set, or how does that work?
The comic book, if you get the full set, or if you buy those like 4 or 5 boxes, however we're going to do that, it ships right when the cards ship. You'll get your comic book in the box.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
So once the Kickstarter ends, these will be out by Halloween.
Yes, it's called Halloween 2026 just because I wanted to make it. If you do it 2025 and they come out, at the very end of this year, I want them to have a little bit of life next year. So, because I don't know if I'll be able to do a set next year. It'd be great if we can keep it going, but if not, I call it 2026. It's like some of the sports games where they'll say 2026 and it's coming out this year. So, yes, it will be in your hands by Halloween. Hopefully, we can get it in your hands early October, maybe even September. So.
Okay.
Right. I'm just looking forward to being able to get some of the covers that I can't buy now because they're too expensive for me, but I can get the card of it.
You can get the cards of it. And that's another reason I did that, because there's a lot of covers out there that 200-300 print runs you'll never see, or people just won't even sell, right? Exactly. You can't even find them on eBay, or they're going for crazy prices. So now you'll be able to collect those, and say you wanted it in a foil, this is also kind of neat because it's options that I always wanted to see that we never got to do, like the Trick or Treat cover. It'll finally get a foil because we'll do a foil set of all of them. You'll also have a parallel set of foils of it, and then there will be a black and white. So you'll see some of these that you're like never seen it like that before because it's a black and white version of that cover. So. It's kind of fun and neat, and I think it's for the people who collect the covers. This is right up their alley because they'll be able to wow, I can get a display and display it by the book if I have it, or this is a chance to get those that I can't get. So yeah, I think it'll be a little fun for all of them. So
Nice,
I like it.
Sweet, excellent. Oh,
So I know you have Huntsville coming up con.
Yep.
It's your first con of the year. It's your first con since you become
the monster
sort of a phenomenon in the comic book community.
Absolutely.
All hell Spears and all of that stuff. Are you ready for this con? Are you ready for the lines? Are you ready for the attention that you're going to get at this con?
We'll see. It's weird. It's a weird back and forth because a lot of people are saying, man, it's going to be huge lines. There's people flying in from all over, and then I get some people who are like saying, oh man, there's no one's going to be there. So I don't know. I'm thinking it'll be different than it was last year. Last year I was at this con. I bought an artist table. I sat there. People would pass by me, never say a word to me. So it's going to be interesting if that happens. I don't think that'll happen as much.
That's when you were Mark Spears. Now you're Mark fucking Spears. Now it's different.
Yeah, that middle name helps.
It's interesting if that will be okay. Now the people who are coming in to see me, sure, but the people that are here locally, I don't really know. Here's the way I'm thinking of it. I'm not even on any of the advertisements, posters, postcards that they even put up in comic shops here locally that I'm even there. So I don't know if people are even. I've been putting it on my social media, and that's the only way people kind of know that I'm going to be there. So we'll see. Eastman's going to be there. Claremont's going to be there. So maybe some comic people come out and we'll be like, oh, and Mark Spears is over there. So that'd be kind of neat. I don't know. Maybe people will come out and get these exclusives that you see there and some limited supply stuff like Megatron. I'm going to have 100 of those. That's all of them that I have. And I'm going to have some G.I. Joes there. And Then these other ones were made for the con. That'll be there. So I'm hoping it'll be fun. I'm hoping we'll have a big turnout. I don't know yet. It's
Do you have an entourage? Do you have handlers? Do you have people helping you, or are you like a one-man show? Or
no, I have my wife and my youngest son will be there helping with getting things signed and the autographs and stuff. I do know with that part of it, we've had a lot of retailers reach out. Some of them saying, "Mark, we're bringing 1,000 books," and I'm like, "Hey, I don't think I can physically sign 1,000 that weekend and keep up with everybody out there." I had 2 reach out about that, so that was 2,000. So I don't know. Those are my least priority, right? The number one priority is the fans. Making sure they have a good time. That I'm out there for them. Then if there's a break I'll go in this back room that they have where I can sign some stuff for retailers. We got a lot of stuff we're debuting. All those monsters covers. We've got some hats that you can see. We have a limited supply of new T-shirts that I got. We all this stuff. Plus, we got some comics that a lot of for my personal collection I'm bringing out where that you might not have seen much. I would grab some up, but I don't see anything right here. But we have like the Dynamite stuff. I got lots of that. The Ashkins that you've seen, the foil covers for like Vampirilla, the Thundercats, Silverhawks. So I'll have a lot of that kind of stuff out there. Some monster issues that are a little harder to get or something. I might have some of those.
Iron-ons.
The what?
Iron-ons.
Oh, Iron-ons. If I could go back about 2 months, I would definitely make sure I had that and some pins. That's a great idea. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We don't know. Again, we don't know the line. This is actually probably the only appearance I really have made since Monsters came out was about 2 weeks after it came out. I went to Knoxville to do a store signing. It was supposed to be for 2 hours. It lasted 3 hours and a half, and there was a line the whole time. And we thought that was strange. At that time, my wife was like, "Man, they really must like comic books in Knoxville." So we don't really know it yet. Again, I haven't been doing signings. I haven't been out in the public doing that kind of stuff. And this year, I don't know how many I'll do. I'm looking at going to San Diego Comic Con if I could do that. So I don't know how many appearances I can make and do signings because I'm a little busy. I think I'm
a little bit of workload.
I think you're busy.
I think I'm one of the Bruce knows, man. He when I'm struggling saying, "Man, I got like 10 more things I got to do before I can lay down tonight." So, but it all pays off. Next weekend, I'm off all week. I'm not going to do any work, but just this, so I can enjoy it. But yeah, I'm doing. And someone had asked earlier, I'm doing Spawn 77 right now, which is, that's a big load to take on because I'm doing everything on it. Todd's going to help write it, but I plotted it. I'm doing all the interiors. I'm up to issue 2, almost finished with 2. Then I got to move on right to 3. But I also have to do covers for monster stuff that won't come out until like August. I have to work on that stuff as well. I'm also back over at DC doing some stuff for DC, some cool things that they're letting me do. And then some kind of cool news is I'm doing some Marvel stuff now. I don't know what I'm going to be doing over there, but I'm doing some stuff for Marvel soon. So there's a lot of that going on, and the trading cards, that takes up a lot of my time too, having to get all that prep ready. We're going to have to, what we're trying to do is get everything sent to the printers for the cards while the Kickstarters are going on. So the only thing they're waiting on is the numbers, right? Like, I need this many boxes or something like that, or this many cards printed. So it's a lot of stuff like that. Plus Monster and the Wolf, the Kickstarter I did last year, it's all finished being lettered. So now I have to go through it, make sure I didn't make any spelling errors, and that it reads okay, touch up any of the artwork I think, lacks, or if I decide, I'm going to cut I don't like the dialogue here, and cut stuff like that. So I got about 2 more weeks of trimming that and revising anything. It might stay the exact same way it is. I don't know. I know some of the art pieces I need to go back and touch up, but we're looking at Monster and the Wolves going to print in the end of May, maybe the third week.
That is way ahead of schedule.
Way, because we were saying we was going to release it in September. Yes. So if we can get that printed in May, like say we get it back in June, then we sort through it, right? We got to bag and board everything, sign the ones that I got to sign because a lot of them were signed and numbered. Then we, have a filing system of them and everything. So we're looking at maybe getting those shipped out sometime in July. And then a retail release of Monster and the Wolf in October. That's what we're planning on. So,
oh, really?
Okay. The only bad thing any better? And that's who's going to be releasing it. It will be Keen Spot, and the only bad thing is I have no covers because I told the people at Kickstarter I'm not going to use those covers again. So I can't go back on that. So it's going to be all new covers for retail. So I've already started work on those, and those have to be done for solicits by June. So I have to get those to Keen Spot so they can do that. So that's coming out in October. Spawn 77 supposedly might be coming out in October. Around that time, it'll be fall. I don't know exactly when the release is. So we got a lot of stuff happening later this year.
Nice.
So as long as I can keep it going. And then we had this. So these are really cool. I just sent the files in this morning. For the first time in a long time, you get this polybagged issue. One of these cards inside. It's a clear poly bag, so you'll know what card it is. Even on the back, it says what card it is. It's numbered 1 through 4 and has a name. The only I want to say we have about 13,000, 14, maybe it's 15,000 orders, something like that. It's not that many for those. So what we'll probably do is one of them will be ordered less, right? So say there's 4,000 of 3 of them, and one of them there might only be 2,000. So they're also going to be numbered, so they're all legacy numbered. So it'll say 1 of 2,000, 2 of 2,000. So you might want to get, some low numbers or get your favorite number or have a matching 4 set of all the same number, whatever you want to do. But that's going to be really cool. I'm really, really happy with that one.
Did you do the poly bag to kind of play off the Rob Liefeld X-Force kind of thing?
I sure did. Rob wrote me and said when we were doing the Youngblood, he said, "Man, I like that homage." He said, "That's really cool." And I was so glad because I was nervous. He would say, "Man, what you doing with that homage?" That'll look good. So he loved it. So yes, we're playing on basically X-Force number 1 by the same thing. I even had tossed around the idea of doing the cards in that same style as X-Force, the Deadpool cards and stuff. Yeah. But I said, I'm going to do it. Maybe in the future we do something like that. If I do it, it would probably be an homage to X-Force number 1, right? Just do the whole thing that way. But
Mark, the poly bags for this issue, they're going to be see-through. So people will be able to see what cards are in the bag, correct?
Not the type of poly bags I get on my books.
Oh, we don't want those poly bags.
But no, this is a clear. They're doing clear for the UPC code on the back for retailers. So yeah, you'll be able to know like, oh, I already got this card. I don't want it. But maybe you want it and get a different number on it, however. But again, they're not ordered that much. This is right now we're going through Lunar and they're still Diamond. So they were not ordered that much compared to the other comics. So a little odd. We don't know how it's going because really we thought this would get, a lot more orders than the other ones. But it didn't. I think it's also we didn't do a good job of explaining it to everybody, right? When it first got released, we tried to hit the retailers up at the end, letting them know, hey, there is 4 different ones. So I don't know how well that got out there. So honestly, there's, of cover A and this cover is almost the same. So, and people will probably want to buy more copies of this one themselves than they would like buying 2 or 3 of number A. So also another little tip out there, that issue is where the bride gets the haircut, right?
Nice.
That issue, which was shocking to me, I don't really know what, with the retailers going on, was ordered the least, which was like, wow, I don't know. So maybe that is going to be one that's very sought after. That scene does appear in the comic. I wanted to make sure that's the cover I'm talking about to the left. But that scene does appear in the comic. It does happen in there. That's why we have it on a cover. So I think it'll be a surprise. It'll be something that retailers didn't see coming or something, but I could be wrong. Some people said that friends that told me, they said, well, Mark, maybe it's the haircut and people don't like it. That could be it too. I don't know. But that's part of the story.
I'm sure Snake tits them off too. I'm sure they probably like, ooh, I like that cover.
That's that one you only could see. So there's little problems right now because of the lunar diamond thing. That cover with the girl with the snake tattoo was the only way you could get that one was through Diamond, because we couldn't offer all of them on lunar. They wouldn't let us. So that one is another kind of hard to find one, right? I think it's very short ordered. Because
that one's on the hollow flip too, right? That one's on the hollow flip too.
Yeah,
and I think it's on the hollow flip, but I don't know what else is with it. Is it both girls are on it? I'm not sure.
Both girls are on it,
and that's again only offered
just
the hollow flip, only offered through Diamond, and the metal is only offered through Diamond, and the incentive is only offered through Diamond. So there's a lot of things that was out of our control, right? That we couldn't factor in there. So for number 6, we did pivot to where there is 3 covers offered. Here we go. That's perfect, man.
I take care of you, brother. I take care of you.
So number 6, what we're doing is, so now we realize, man, the retailers want the incentive, and we could still offer metal and the foil and stuff, but we could offer it maybe at King Spot or something like that online. So number A is the Golden Man on the right. B is the Mummy. C is this Vampirilla. It's a what'd you call it? A cross promotion, a cover swap with Vampirilla Armageddon. I think it is number 1. We get Vampirilla on our cover. They get Monsters on their Vampirilla cover, but I did both covers, and they kind of connect, same background.
So nice.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. Nick was awesome at Dynamite to suggest it and said, hey, you want to do that? And he said, let's just do it because it'll make the fans happy. And I said, let's do it. That's awesome. The Witch.
I added extra smoke on the thumbnail this week just for you, Mark.
Oh, thank you.
You want the smoke?
The
Witch is foil, right?
The Witch is actually, I think, a foil incentive, but it's a 1 in 50 for the first time. I told them, I said, let's do a rarer incentive. And they said, if you want to, we'll do that. And we're testing it out. I was like, let's make it a 1 in 50. So that Witch is a 1 in 50. They kind of all connect. I did have the green smoke on all of them, but looked back and I thought they look better that way. I'm even going to have an exclusive of hide for myself that has that goes with these, with the green aesthetic. Also, that month, for the first time, we're releasing a sketch cover. Again, since issue 1, everybody wants the sketch cover to Monsters. So we do have it out there. I don't think Lunar can carry it, but I think Diamond and Universal will. And they'll probably have some, I'm sure, on the Keen Spot shop. But that's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be neat. That comes out July 30th, around there.
Nice.
So for the next 2 issues, it's the kind of cool things. We got the cover swap, we got that. So now I got to figure out how to top myself for number 7. How do you top Vampirilla? We'll see.
Well, I gave you a few ideas last night, so.
Oh yeah, yep.
Iron on inserts.
Doctor Who.
If the poly bag goes off really well, we'll know that comes out May 28th. That issue.
Yes.
If that comes off without a hitch, the poly bags, everything's okay. We might do for number 7 a poly bag issue with the 3D glasses, and the cover would be in the old school 3D.
That's fun.
I just want to make sure we can do that, with great quality before we tell people we're going to do it. So that happens. Also, people probably wondering, where is Monsters? It came out in January, and it hasn't been out since. This was not due to the artwork or nothing being done. It's been sitting there. These have been done for a year. It was the whole diamond thing and us getting distribution at Lunar and Universal and all this. So it got pushed back because of FOCs and everything. 4 is going to come out now. This is the latest info I got, is 4/30. It's actually coming out, about 15 days from now. Free Comic Book Day happens 3 days after that, and it'll be out. So you'll get Monster Zero 3 days later after number 4. And then 25 days after you get number 0, you'll be able to get number 5. So you'll get 3 Monster full issues in a span of 30 days.
Oh boy. Talk about playing catch up.
Yeah. And then everything else after that comes out at the right time. So it's just I hate that. I tell people they're going to think we're Image in the 90s with not releasing number 4 like we have. So
Well, yeah, threw a few more covers in here that you had recently or are coming out as well. There's that Free Comic Book Day as well.
The Gargoyles, I was supposed to. They really wanted me to do the rest of those, and I agreed to it. But then Spawn 77 finally got greenlit to where they was going to go, so I had to quit doing the other Gargoyles. But I loved doing that one. That was fun. And Captain Planet, they had asked to do all that cover, and then they wanted all the kids. So that's a 6 cover set. And they would all be putting their rings toward him. But I was like, I can't commit to that many covers because it was going to be, one every month or something. So I couldn't do that. But I was so fortunate to get to do that.
It's okay. You could be honest. It would be kind of lame. Nobody's going to want the other kids. They just want the Captain Planet.
Well, honestly, I thought about that.
Jedi might bought the ginger kid. Maybe.
Why would you want?
We don't know.
That? I thought the same thing, dude. I really was like, why would you want to? I could understand if it was a set, maybe, right? They said, we're going to sell it as a set and that's it. But no one would. I don't know. They did do that with someone else. Someone else has come along and did what they had asked me. So we'll see what
good luck to them.
Like.
I know last time we talked in the Discord about Free Comic Book Day that the orders were like 100,000 for the Free Comic Book Day issue.
100, I believe 180 now. Nice. It got up there, which is great. That's free advertisement basically, or
and an original story. It's not a reprint. It's not a reprint of something else. It's an original story.
Not a reprint. It's a brand new story. It introduces 2 new characters, Mr. Funny Bones and this other character in the back, and that other character appears on a card I think we got coming out, so you'll finally get their name on a card. But anyways, it attaches. It's basically happens, I would say, the day before Monsters number 1. So because when they asked me to do it, I was like, I can't really say, you just can't go when you have this story thought out. It was already 8 issues done. You can't just go and just add another issue as a 0. It's really tough. So I thought, okay, I can do it and have Slayer appear in it, but it can affect the plot like in number 9, right? It could be something that's done there that affects stuff later on, but it couldn't affect the next issue. So it took me a while to figure it out, and I think it came out great. I was cackling on it. My only regret is I wished it was better paper quality. Because Free Comic Book Day, you're used to it's the thinnest paper, man. And
one play. It's only one play.
Yeah. One day we will probably put out a special edition for it and do a cardstock or a foil with the real thick, and then maybe add some other, pages or something to it that didn't get used or something like that. But we might do that later this year. or
it's still better than the old Marvel UK paper. Yeah, that stuff.
Oh yeah. But I'm excited about it. I think that's going to be awesome. The cover is kind of neat because it does have all the monsters on it, but none of those monsters appear in it. So that's a little misleading. But I wish I could have put the clown on that one. But the clown that's in it actually appears on. There's an exclusive cover that KeenSpot did of the Free Comic Book Day and does have the clown. So. But again, it's a good read. I think people will like it. You can read 3 monster comics in the span of 30 days. So that's awesome. I want to get my stuff out there, as fast as possible. So that's awesome.
Plus, it looks like a VHS tape. It looks like a VHS box. So you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, that's how I did it, and for free, right? I know some people are trying to sell these. Man, go into a store; they will be free on Free Comic Book Day. So go in there. Grab it.
Speaking of Free Comic Book Day, you're doing a signing at Nirvana Comics in Knoxville.
Yeah, a week after the expo for
and
Free
they
Comic
have
Book Day.
a exclusive for Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, they have that same issue that you just saw, but with a different cover on it. So that's weird. It's all handled because when you do Free Comic Book Day, this is my first year doing that. The printer was Diamond's printer, which I don't even know if we'll do Free Comic Book Day next year. I don't know what's going on with all that, but that's why the paper quality and everything is different because you're having to use Diamond stuff. So, but that will be available that next week at Nirvana. There's some people I know that's going to come there that weren't coming to the expo. So I will be there. I think it's like 3-4 hours, something like that.
And
till I pass out, I guess.
And on Nirvana's Instagram, they said the first 20 people in line will get the exclusive for free.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. That's nice.
Maybe it'll be like old school Star Wars and they'll be camped out the night before. That'd be awesome.
All right, raise your hand if you camped out for Star Wars.
For the expo, I'm gonna get a big line at the expo, and I'm not gonna get out there till there's a line for me. And then we're gonna hit the music, like the Ultimate Warriors music, and then I'm gonna start just running around the line, right? With
You're just gonna do full on sprint.
Yeah. And then just start shaking, act like there's ropes there, and just start shaking them. That'll be a blast.
Make sure you have somebody record that because that would be awesome.
What I might do that. I want to have fun. I want to just and there'll be some guys there. We're going to try to stream a lot of it and put a lot of it on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and everything. So these covers right here, that I just got my Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness. I'm glad they used this one that I told them with the white. Now they made a regular cover of it, I believe, but I told them, I said, make that foil and it'll pop because that's a whole mirror up top. And they did, and it looks amazing. I love that foil. The Silverhawks is interesting because so basically I was already number 3 in or number 4 in. I'd already done so many. They started shuffling around what covers went where, and they said, hey, we need a cover for number 2. And I said, I believe this was done at Christmas, like no, about a week after Christmas, around January 1st. And I tried to do that. Anyway, so I was doing this one. I had to do it so quickly, and I said, guys, the only way I can get this done quick like this, we're talking like 2 to 3 day cover, would be like a shot like that, where it's just basically someone's face. I ain't got to worry about other things. Just, throw some smoke in that background and I'm done. So I did it, and I did a reflection so you could get a little bit of Monstar in there. But so it was a very quick cover. It was supposed to be for number 2. Then I find out they moved it to number 4. So they're all kind of out of order. The one I did very first was moved to 3. The very first cover I did. So they're just all out of order for me, but it's still a cool cover. I think it would look great foil. I don't know if they're doing one. I'm sure they probably will, but
those covers are made for spot foil.
Yeah,
Silver Hawks.
really, that's where it would be awesome because of their silver and stuff. But and then Return of the Living Dead. That's the fourth one of that one. That's the last one, I believe.
I love the covers on that book, Mark. I can't say anything else about that book.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with those guys now. I talk to them some, and they write me every now and then, and I'm okay. Everything worked out, and I'm glad. I'm glad that series is out there again. I wanted to be covers. I wanted to be on Return of the Living Dead because I love that franchise so much, right? And I would like to go around and maybe if there's some guys still around from Return of the Living Dead movie, get them to sign some of them covers, right? The cast. One cool thing that someone showed me last week was my Nightmare on Elm Street homage, right? For the third printing, something like that. Mm-hmm. They got Freddy Krueger to sign it. Says I'm the real monster, nice. Freddy K. So they got him to do that, and it was yellow labeled CGC'd, right?
Oh,
and I was like, now that's an idea I never even thought of, is taking some of these homages around like Halloween and the Nightmare on Elm Street and getting cast to sign them and getting them.
Yeah, see if you get Nancy to sign it too.
You're right. I'm telling you, I wrote the guy and he said, hey, you want one? I can get Robert Englund. I see him at some cons. I can get him to do it for you. So we're working that out.
But nice. You do a remark of him eating one of those mice from V.
Oh gosh. Yes. I love that scene. I loved it in V. But I'm going to keep doing, people are asking, I'm going to do some more homages, of course, comic covers, but I also love doing Halloween homages and scary movie homages. And this year for Halloween, man, I'm going to prepare for it months ahead. If they're exclusives or retail, whatever we got to do, I'm going to do some more. I want to do a Halloween 2 homage. I want to do some more Friday the 13th homages. I want to do some more Nightmare on Elm Street homages because I love those things. And then there is a great thing where you can take somewhere and get people to sign. So.
We're staring at Bruce Campbell right in our face on the screen. We're going to get Bruce Campbell to sign.
Yes.
I've got a couple of requests in the chat for Hellraiser.
Don't ask Kyle to do it.
Hellraiser would be really cool. And also letting you guys know if you're like, hey, Mark, are you ever going to draw these characters? Well, besides Bruce Campbell right there. Yes, I have a deal with Spirit Halloween and Spencer's where for my monsters and as me as an artist. So I will be doing licensed characters over there for t-shirts and merch.
Black velvet posters. Glow in the dark black velvet posters.
You'll see some things like whatever they have the license for, like say it is Freddy Krueger, Art the Clown, whatever, iconic horror stuff they got. So we're working on that now, getting that set up. Like the deal's already been made, but we're just thinking about what we're going to do next. I'm hoping we get monster stuff in Spirit Halloween by this Halloween. Would be awesome. So you can go in there and buy some Mark Spears monster stuff. So everything's looking forward. Looking up in the future because, like I said, we got a lot of things happening later this year. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to throw this slide in because I knew if Dom was here, he'd be like, "Where's this Arte cover?"
I love that Arte cover. I'm going to do some more of these GI Joe covers when I get a chance. I think the next one I was going to do was Serpentor, but I'm not sure.
Oh, nice.
Maybe Serpentor and Dr. Mindbender on it. Because that would be a good cover with him on it. That Cygor from Spawn was actually the 5th cover I ever did at Spawn. Right after I did those 4, I did that one in May of that year, and they sat on it till now. It comes out a couple of months, so it's kind of old, but it still looks good. I think it I didn't do a terrible job on it. And then Megatron, that was the first Transformers. I was nervous doing that because, I'm always doing humans. And I was like, what will it look like doing something like this and the shininess and all that? I think it turned out good. But now I'm itching to do Soundwave and all the cassette. And
you got to give Dom a heart attack.
Starscream, right?
Yep.
And I wonder if Skybound would let me do Starscream and Cobra Commander on the same cover. That would be awesome, right? As an exclusive or something. But I do have it hasn't been released yet where you can see it. I did a Cobra Commander cover for the regular G.I. Joe series, right? Not the American Hero.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I think they said to me maybe issue 13. So that's maybe a November release. They're saving it down the road for a new story arc. I got to draw bats for the first time, which is awesome. I had to go and get some references, you know. So yeah,
again, they should have a spot lenticular for the.
And I've got so I got bats on there and Cobra Commander, and I think it looks great. Can't wait for y'all to get to see that. The bats, though, my bats have the red visor on the face because that's how they were, I think, in the cartoon, right? They got black.
The original figure was black and gold.
It's probably too late to suggest it, but you should have probably done different hand attachments for different covers for them, so you can be like, "Oh, look, we've got the claw."
That would be great. I do have different attachments on the bats that are on there.
On the
but
backpack,
it would be cool to do because it's like a bat army behind it, but you only can see like 2 or 3 or 4. But I wished I would have done that where they could have done variants, but they probably wouldn't do it since it's not a exclusive. It's just a regular cover. The thing I had the most trouble with though was the chest, because see some figures the chest is actually robotic inside. Some figures it's a it's a what holofoil
sticker.
Yeah, like a sticker. I went with the sticker, so it looks like it almost looks like a computer screen showing you what's inside. And I was worried. I was like, they could come back and say, no, Mark, you have to show the guts or something. Nope, they liked it. And I was like, yes, perfect. So, yeah, I can't wait. That'll probably be popping out in a couple of months. They'll start showing it for probably a November release.
Nice.
How many issues is Spawn 77, by the way?
6 issues right now. Which it'll probably stick to 6 issues unless I do something crazy and have to extend it for some reason. Number 1 right now, because I went a little crazy on number 1. I did 30 pages and turned them in, and they were like, "Let's stick to 20." And I said, "Okay, I could do that on the other ones," and I'm sticking to 20. So I do think I can get everything done in the 6. So I'm up to number 2 is done. I just got to go back through it and look at the artwork and everything before I turn it in.
No.
When I turn it in, I'll say, "Hey, you ready for me to do 3?" Once I get the approval, I'm back on number 3, which number 3 is a pretty. Let me think. Is 3 that? Yeah, 3 is a lot of battling and stuff. And there's one thing that I'm trying to do. We'll see if it works out. Y'all know that G.I. Joe issue with I think it's Storm Shadow's first appearance. It's all silent.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Okay. There Monsters, I've already number 3 is the same one. I'm doing a silent issue for number 3 because it's werewolf, Frankenstein fighting each other. There's not many words going to be said there. And then they also fight some ninjas. So there is no reason for people to be talking.
You're not gonna say arg, arg, arg,
arg, Stick Man and all this. So I figured that's going to be great to do that, to showcase. I'll probably have sound effects, but it'll be a silent issue. On Spawn, there is an issue there. I think it's issue 5 that I was like, I could do that same trick again. Because it's, I can't really give too many details what happened, but it's the same kind of thing where it's an all fight issue. It's kind of like the Daredevil walking down that hallway in the Netflix. It's kind of like that for a whole issue. And I'm like, dude, wouldn't that be really cool if you did, side scrolling kind of things? Do something really neat and out of the box for it, and maybe no sound on it. So might do that, and then we'd pick up with dialogue and stuff in issue 6.
Side scrolling, I like that idea.
That's a good idea.
I want to think out of the box and do something a little bit creative with it. So, but it's coming along great. I mean, not to give nothing away, but I'll just say I was drawing Spawn in a strip club the other day, and I thought that was pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. Well, the fact that you're getting paid to draw a spawn and you're in a strip club drawing it's far better than just I'm just a guy sitting in a strip club drawing spawn.
Well, I left out one thing and an Uzi. So it spawned with an Uzi in a strip club. And that was fun. And I'm like, oh, this is so fun to do. And then, you was doing there, making it rain. Yes, I was having to see what, $100 bills would look like floating in the air as chaos was happening. So,
did you call your wife in and be like, I need reference. This is for work. This is for work.
Good luck explaining that one to the wife.
No,
it's for work.
That evil eye.
Can write this off the taxes this year.
I have a question about the hookers. Will they have battle scars?
The
hookers?
Yes. A good hooker has battle scars.
No one said hookers.
Now I did put some hookers in issue 1. This is New York in 1977. They are going to be hookers on the street.
Battle scars.
Yeah. They don't look like I made sure they were accurate to where it's not like X-Men in the 90s Rogue sitting there on the corner. No, this looks like a 1977 hooker.
They've seen some things.
That blaster box has seen some work.
Yeah.
So the girls from Pat Benatar's Love is a Battlefield video.
Right in with Garth Ennis's Pro. That's what
I'm doing this stuff, and I'm having to go in there and put all the details in there where it's like Peep Show, 25 cents and all that. I'm listening to YouTube music, like, things from the 70s and all that. Because I'm just thinking of that, like Staying Alive and stuff as the guy walks down the street and, trying to get the color palette for that and bell bottoms and stuff. So, dude, it's fun. It's interesting. I do love it. It's setting things in a time period like that is a little challenging, but it's one thing I'll throw out there because I didn't use it, so I can say this: I had a gang member to have to show up, and I don't know, that week I was on a Warriors kick. If y'all have ever seen the movie Warriors, and I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if the guy shows up with a baseball hat and makeup on? But I didn't want to have him uniform because I thought that's too much of a ripoff. So I had him in a nice sweater vest and he has a baseball bat. And then I was like, no, man, I think that reference, people just won't get it. So I changed it and didn't have him. But I watched some more. I was watching a lot of the 70s New York movies and stuff to get the feel of that, the gritty time period. So it's going to be a blast. I think people will love it when it comes out.
Go with the mods and the roller skates instead of the.
Yeah.
Someone was begging me. They said, "Mark, you've got to have there's got to be a roller disco with the girls and stuff." And I was like, "Dude, maybe I can. I don't have that in the plot right now, but maybe at the end they can be like crash through a wall and there's the roller disco, something." Because, dude, that's just a great opportunity. I probably will never get to do a roller disco on anything else.
Well, not many people do get an opportunity to do a roller disco.
Right.
So definitely, it's going to be a very interesting book. 6 issues is going to be awesome. So I can't wait. I'm hoping to have it done, but I doubt it. It might take a little bit longer. By the end of June, all 6 would be done. I know that's saying, "Whoa, you're only on." About to start 3. How would you have?
You want 4 more in the next 2 months?
Well, it's the scenes of where everything's going. I was hoping to have 2 done a couple of weeks ago, but it took me a little longer. So it's hard to say. It might take me all the way to August or something, but it could still come out this fall because if I'm 3 issues ahead of them, then they're okay, right? So it would be great to have it all done beforehand, but if not, it wouldn't matter. Because I'll be so far ahead, but I'm hoping my goal is to sometime in July have it finished. That would be great.
Now I want to watch the 70s movies right now.
Yeah,
watch some French Connection, maybe some Taxi Driver.
That was one of the biggest movies they told me to watch when I was coming up with the plot. They said watch French Connection, and I hadn't watched it.
French Connection is so good.
Popeye Doyle.
Yes, and then I was was drawing a pimp the other day, and I had to look up Huggy Bear references.
Huggy Bear.
I mean, it's just, I tell you, it's fun.
Watch a good
It's
Heat
just
Help
like,
with Superfly and
you gotta watch Serpico.
Shaft
Watch
and-
Serpico.
Serpico. Okay.
Yeah, you can just do shorthand. Just watch I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
or Kramer. You can watch Kramer in Seinfeld when he was really thought he was a pimp.
Wow. Yeah. But again, that I'm hoping it'll be out. They might push it back just because of scheduling. I don't know what else they got coming out, but last time I talked to them, they were saying, fourth quarter, sometime this year. So we'll see.
The cover that's on the thumbnail is everybody's talking about the homage. When is this coming out?
That is the 5th printing of number 1, which was our first reprint or whatever you want to call it that we offered at Lunar, right? We did 20,000 in pre-orders for that number 1 5th printing. So that was actually great. That's more than I think issue 1 we did 11,000 units pre-ordered. Number 2 was only like at 14. So that's actually really great to do over there. That one is the incentive with a bunch of names on the bottom, the people from my Discord and people I knew. So I just wrote them on there. That one will be out. I think it's already getting printed, so it should be out toward the end of May.
Nice.
So that one will probably hit around when the 5th one does, the issue 5. So,
and question, and is that a vampire skull?
It is a vampire skull. I thought I made that pretty clear, but maybe I didn't by the fangs.
I thought the fangs.
Somebody asked me that the other day. They said, "Oh, he's got a messed up tooth," and I said, "No, man, it's fangs."
I got pointy canines. I'm not a vampire. It's all right. Someone's got pointy canines.
So basically, it's an homage to Evil Dead, but I wanted to do a little twist to it, so I made it a green skull, a little bit more funny, and then I made it a vampire too.
It's cool
to go along with it. So,
and any distressed look on a book is always fun.
I love that. I think it just gives it more believability for some reason, because
character.
It gives it character. That's it. And I love it. I would put it on a lot more books if I could. I probably use it too much. I use the 2 things I use too much that I'm sure people will start saying is smoke and distress, because you could always put smoke on something and you could always distress it. So it's
fair.
Would you like to take some questions from the chat?
Sure.
I said I overlaid it. See, I put it behind in front for you, Mark.
That's perfect.
Mark, do you have plans of going to Charlotte?
In the 90s. You just put some crosshatch lines. That fills the
Charlotte Heroes Con. As of right now, no, but let's see, that'll be in June. So maybe I don't think I have a con scheduled in June. But no, I don't have plans on doing that. If they reached out or something, we talked about it, but they had asked me to go last year and I couldn't because I was going to be in Metropolis doing that Superman con the week before, and I wouldn't be able to do both.
It was also Father's Day last year.
Yeah, it was. And so this year, I don't know. I don't know the dates and everything. I'd have to see. But no, right now, the only cons, I got the expo. Pretty sure I'm going to the expo next week, unless something happens. And then I'm going to, I had already talked to, there's a Memphis expo in September. I've talked to them about it. I probably will do that one. I got to get more of the details. And then
barbecue sauce fingers all over those books.
Ooh. And then the San Diego Comic Con, I'm looking at trying to do that for the first time because I'd like to see Rob and Todd and all those guys. And so we'll see. But that's possible for San Diego. But that's it. And Nirvana, that's not a con, but that's an appearance because the Free Comic Book Day, I'm going to crawl out of my hole again and do that. So.
Two more weeks of monsters.
JSS, did you derive inspiration from Frank Frazetta for some of his cover designs?
No, I love Frank Frazetta's work and his posters and all that stuff he's done. But Not really. His color palette was different. The one I looked at more for like colors and everything was, of course, Basil Gogos from the famous famous Monsters of Filmland. But as a painter, not really. His stuff is amazing. I probably really need to look at more at his stuff. I used to have a lot of his posters when I was younger, because he has a great sense of layout and everything. But
I got his Gauntlet poster behind me with Sandra Lock and
the movie his poster designs, all that stuff was just so good. I remember that Egyptian woman, and there's that one I'm talking about, where I love that one. Heritage. So I'll probably look more at his stuff, but right now the ones that gave me the most inspiration, painted artist stuff, is Norman Rockwell, Basil Gogos, of course Alex Ross. Anytime he did something, I picked it up because he's so great. He's the GOAT. And then that's about it though. But I don't like turn off my inspirations. I still look at everything I can. If there's something I can see, like when I do homages, I'm not just sitting there, picking apart the guy's art. I try to see, man, I wonder how he thought of this and putting the person here and all that. So I love pre-code horror art is amazing. It's the most underrated stuff. I know a lot of people are catching up with that and they're selling for huge numbers, but those guys didn't get the respect they should have. It's amazing artwork. I love homaging that stuff. I want to do some more of them. I did that Black Cat homage for Golden Apple that we released with number 4. That was so fun to do. I will be doing more pre-code stuff. I just, again, for design inspiration, not really, but I probably need to look at his stuff because, again, he has the barbarian stuff he did, the Egyptian girl he did. There was so many with animals and stuff, and women is just amazing. So I'll probably start looking at some more of it.
Is there a TCG game for monsters coming as well? Are you gonna do one?
What's TCG? Is table something game?
Like
trading card
Magic
game,
gathering kind of thing.
Trading card game. Pokemon.
Okay, there is a deck building game that a guy licensed, and they did a Kickstarter with it and a backer kit with and stuff last year around this time, I think it was. And he's still producing that with its art from some of my trading card series. So there's a deck building game that's going to come out as eventually. I don't know if it's later this year. What's going on with that? No, I don't know of anything like Pokemon Magic the Gathering or anything with that with it. That would be awesome though, because I do have this huge universe. I think back in Series 1, they were counting up my characters to look at like licensing deals and stuff. And I had at that time like 160 characters. So, and those were like, they didn't even include anything that was public domain, like a werewolf or a mummy. They said, let's move all those to the side and just count the characters that we could use that are, original, that had never been seen before. So I have so many, it's probably over 200 now. So that would be great to do something like a game like that. If ever approached, I'd probably go for it. But we'll see what happens. You never know.
Mama Bear wants to know, what's your favorite media to work with, digital ink or watercolor?
Digital, because it's just I'm programmed now to, it's just a thing I do so quickly. Let's see, it was Corgi I was working with, and Tracy Pearson was the person over at Corgi who was over me there. And she had told me back then, this was 2006, Mark, you need to go digital on all your coloring. And at that time, there was no tablets like they are now where you can draw on top of the tablet. Back then, it was like you draw it like a mouse and stuff like that. So I remember then I was like, trying to learn how to color. I would scan in my artwork and then try to color it. And I wasn't good at it, but it took years. And it took really from 2006 to probably 2020 before I got to at least good enough to do the trading cards and stuff that I did. So I still though I broke out my pencil the other day and some sketch covers and my eraser. The method I prefer the most is just give me a pencil and a piece of paper. That's
can't go wrong there.
No, because it's more fun. There you can't duplicate that feel on digital. You just can't. I love digital though. I can color quicker on it and all that kind of stuff. But give me a piece of paper and a pencil, and it just brings back, old memories of me being, 5 years old drawing bunny rabbits. So, so I love that. If I had to pick one, if I could only do one for the rest of my life, I would say just give me a pencil and a piece of paper.
We're going to take 3 more questions, then move on. Any chance we see monsters in animation or live action?
Hopefully. There have been some movie studios or just publishing studios, whatever you call them, looking at it. Nothing's come about, but I would love to see it in either one. Preferably, I would love to see it in live action, just because I think the Slayer would really translate well on live action.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The suit would be perfect for that. I think the monsters are really just makeups that these guys would just blow out of the water, because they would easily do those makeups on people.
Yeah, practical effects for them.
Yeah, practical effects.
You don't have to do CGI. You can do practical. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, practical for all the werewolf, Frankenstein, the mummy, the vampire. And I do say, so I don't say Dracula a lot, because you will know here in a few months, you won't be calling the guy Dracula no more. Stuff happens. I won't spoil it. But the vampire, I think, would be a great. You just put some prosthetics and some great makeups, and there are some awesome makeup artists out there that can do it great. Yeah. That I really could see it as a show or a movie. I think it would translate the best as a TV show, just because that's kind of how, when I did it, I did 8 books, and it's kind of like season 1, and number 9 starts season 2 kind of for me. So it's almost set up for that already. So
it plays out episodic. Yeah, I got
you. It's very. But you know what? Way. I would just be tickled to death. There's these milestones I want to hit with monsters, and to get an action figure of monsters one day would be just amazing, right? Dream come true. Also, it would be something like an animation, live action, something like that. It would just be a dream come true. So hopefully. We're a very popular independent series, so maybe it happens. And again, that would just be awesome if they option it one day. So we'll see.
All right. Is there going to be a Gore Noir magazine collab?
I don't know what that is. Gore Noir magazine. I don't know. Maybe
there are a lot of good horror magazines out there now. They're really making a comeback.
That's awesome. I hate that.
Oh, yes.
I was trying to get in horror magazines at one time. I was even offering my art, for free on those covers. I would say, hey, if you'd let me do a cover, I'll do it for free. This was back 2015. So I would love to go back and do some of those horror magazines if they're seeing print again. Yeah. There is, I believe they have relaunched famous Monsters of Filmland. Right? I would kill to do a cover of that, just to say I did it. Right? It's up there with, I want to do a Spider-Man one day. Right? An Amazing Spider-Man. I want to do a Star Wars comic cover, and I would like to do famous Monsters of Filmland cover, just because to mark it off my list of what I have to do on this earth. So,
and the final question: can you tell us what you're going to be doing for Marvel yet? Can you, Matt?
No, but honestly, I don't know. I have signed up over there. All that stuff's done, and I'll be given a cover soon. It'll be a cover, I'm sure. But I got the best thing the other day when I was talking to him. Someone sent me an email from there, and it was some stuff. And then at the very end, it said, "Welcome to Marvel." And I copied it, and I sent it to my kids.
Did you frame it?
Well, I could print the email out.
Frame it.
But I sent it to my kids, and I said, "Hey, I waited 31 years for that to hear that." And
is it like a boiler room moment?
Yeah,
JP Morgan just called. They said, "Welcome to the fucking show."
Yeah. So I'm excited. I will be, a little picky over there because I told them that at the beginning. I said, there's some characters I want to work on. Right? It's not about,
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest thing for me. At DC, it's the characters too. And I went to DC and I said, "Hey, I want to draw Joker. I want to draw, but I don't want to draw Joker looking like this or that. I want to draw like Superpowers Joker. I want to draw Sinestro, Silver Age Sinestro." And they were like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Now we got it. Now we're cooking."
Are you allowed to show some of that or no?
No, I
Okay,
can't.
I'm not gonna put it.
When it
I'm
gets
not
to
gonna
this
ask.
section, yeah, Bruce might have seen something. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. But it's better when I'm having fun doing it, and if it's something that I can get behind, where I'm saying, "Look, can you please allow me to do this?" And they do. That to me lets me create the best stuff. So,
100%, yeah.
Please say Wolverine. Wolverine's on my list. On my list over at Marvel would be, like Wolverine. It would be Spider-Man, Hulk. I would like to do some Star Wars stuff just because I'm a big Star Wars fan. And there would be, I'm not going to turn down Iron Man or Thor. All these classic characters. I'd at least like to do them once. And then I can move on. I'm good.
You got your Marvel bucket list?
Yeah. And do you know what's on my DC bucket list? And I went to him with this, and I told him, I said, "But I want to do this character." And I'm sure people go, "What?" But it's on my list over there, and I will do it. They told me I can do it.
Don't say Creeper.
Firestorm.
Nice.
I love the old Firestorm from the 80s. Right, the way he looked, and so I can't wait to do that.
The Superpowers action figure, yeah.
Yes, that's what did it. Honestly, when I got that, I went and I looked up the comics because I was like, "Who is this character?" And I saw him on the show, and I thought it was awesome. And so yeah, that's what did it. So basically, if you start looking at all the superpowers, that's who I want to. I want to do a Dr. Fate from the superpowers, right?
That'd be cool.
Dr. Fate was a good figure too.
But I guess I can spoil this a little bit. I told him, I said, next to my list, I said, I wanted Lex Luthor. But I said, I want Lex Luthor from the Legion of Doom with the big
purple jacket,
the purple and green armor.
So, and when I researched that, so I had to go and start looking up how did other people do Lex Luthor. He's very thick, right? In the comics, I don't know if Byrne did that or who, but they started making him very like real thick neck and a bigger dude, right? He started becoming like a real thicker guy. No, I went back to the old. I started watching some of the cartoons, and I said, I think he should look kind of like a mad scientist, just a bald mad scientist kind of look. That's how he was. He was portrayed back then. So, I've already turned that in. So
nice.
These are great. Should be coming out sometime this year.
So no Gene Hackman, no Gene Hackman homage.
No. And I'm working on Sinestro right now as a Silver Age Sinestro.
Gotcha.
So again, very happy with this because that's what I always wanted to do.
Little pencil thin mustache on him.
Yes. And the big head, right?
Yeah, and the huge head. You gotta get the big
head no more. He has to have the big head. And there's a list of that, man. I was like, before I'm done with all this, I want to do like a Green Arrow, Green Lantern cover, like the Neil Adams stuff. I want to do. I would like to do a Lobo, some more Lobo stuff over there.
You don't want to do Speedy shooting up on the cover. You don't want to do
that. I thought about doing. This was one idea I had is doing a Superman Crypto cover where he's like either knelt down or got Crypto right here, and he's like they're playful. But then doing the opposite cover of that, and it's Lobo with his big dog, that bulldog, and the dog is just like licking him, and he's hating it, And I'm like, that would be awesome.
That's awesome.
So, and a Batman Robin, the old school, Silver Age Batman Robin. I wanted that's a way up at the top of my list. Got to do those. So,
you could do Batman and Robin scaling a wall. and somebody's peeking out the window.
Yes, I'd wait. Yes.
Celebrity
Adam
guest.
West.
Lobo's in the window.
Yeah, who's popping out of the window? It's
So
Jerry
I
Lewis.
saw a Venom cover coming out in July. I think it's July, and it had my favorite Marvel villain, which I think would be perfect for your color palettes. And if you can see here, it's Mr. Jack-o'-lantern.
I would love to do that character because it's so spooky. I always loved it in the comics.
I love Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, loved him. I love Hobgoblin. I thought some people like Ron Friends made him look amazing, right? Would love. There's so many Spider-Man villains. It's basically like the Batman Rogue Gallery. It's just so many great ones. But I hope I get a chance to do like Green Goblin, Hobgoblin. I'd go nuts doing all those. Those would be fun.
Yeah, definitely be fun.
And then I've got to get you over to Titan to do some Doctor Who. So
Doctor Who. I was waiting for the Doctor Who reference tonight, man. I was waiting.
There you go.
It's always
always
close. It's always there.
For everyone that's traveling to Huntsville, will there be a limit on how many books you will be signing and a limit on how many exclusives people can buy?
It's going to be, I believe, as of right now, unless that changes, we're limiting 10 items when you're in line, and you just get back in line again. To where that don't hold the line up, right? Where somebody comes up where they're with 50 items, and I'm like, oh man, So give me 10, I'll sign them real quick for you. You get back in line and come back up with another, 10. Maybe there is no big line, so that'd be great. If there is nobody there, just bring all you got, if there's no line at that time.
I'll put an order in for G then. I'll put an order in for G.
On exclusives, we're limiting one per customer through the line because we can't keep up with who's been in line. Like Bruce might come back in line and I'll be like, man, you look familiar, but here you go. So,
I just have
a blue hat.
Could go outside and change shirts or say, dude, I'm part of a triplet, So
wait a second, who is this guy with a fake mustache?
Yeah, they call me Juice.
So we're limiting
I'm
one
sure they do.
when you go through the line on all those, but then you get back in line and you can get another one. Go back and get in line, get another one. We are also limiting though per day, like Friday and Saturday. So if there was 100, only 100 available of one exclusive, we will 50 for Friday and 50 for Saturday. If we don't sell all 50 Friday, they're added to Saturday. If we don't sell them all Saturday, we add them to Sunday, So that way it gives people a chance. Some people will just come Friday, some people will come Saturday. So we'll split them up like that. So, and I think we're also going to limit it to where, because, I don't know how long it'll take for people to get in there and all this. So we might not drop the exclusives until like noon each day to where people have a chance, right? Because you don't want it to where they get there at 10, they park their car, and there's a 2-hour line to get in or something, right?
Fair.
So we would limit it to where we would put a sign up saying, hey, noon, that's when the exclusives are being sold, right? So you can get that right then. So we're trying to make it as fair as possible. If a retailer wants it, I'm not limiting it. I'm not asking, are you a retailer? Are you going to sell this, right before you buy it? I don't care. I'm just doing this, for fans and all that. So if a retailer comes there and wants to buy a couple, it just gets back in line. I don't care. So if you're coming and you got friends that want some of those exclusives too, get yours first in line, get back in line. And then when you come through again, get it for your friend, get back in line, get it for your other friend, however you want to do it.
Nice.
So you're just going to have a set amount of each exclusive.
Yeah. So if there was, say, like Megatron, which is not really an exclusive, but that's limited, I only got 100. We would offer 50 Friday. When we sell those 50, we stop, and then we'd offer 50 on Saturday until we run out. So, Sunday close. Yeah. So same thing with the like the Pink Slayer. There's only 50 made, so that's 25 on Friday, 25 on Saturday. Until it sells. So things like that. So usually a lot of these are 100. A couple of them were 200. So we split that up 100 each day. So Bruce is gonna have a lot of friends.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no friends in that Discord. I don't know anything. No one's picking anything up.
Yeah, I don't know anybody in Alabama.
I don't know anybody. Well, I do have family in Alabama. Oh wow, I could call someone.
Rent a U-Haul and come up there and start getting on
the before. Oh, sorry, you got something else, Chris?
No, I was just gonna say, my good friend Heroes for Hire Comic Club is driving down to Knoxville to see you in Nirvana.
Okay, the week later.
Awesome. He's gonna give him a little shout out when he gets there. Say hello.
I will.
He's a special friend. Nice guy.
We'll make sure he wears a name tag so Mark knows who he is.
Everybody's gonna wear a Matt name tag now.
Yes. Love it.
Well, before we get to the giveaway, we have something I know you've been waiting for, Mark, which is the match game.
Yes. Awesome.
Let me get my marker.
Yeah, let me get my.
You guys played earlier.
Nope.
Hey, Joe, I can't bring it up. You're going to have to take something down.
Oh, yeah, let me take this down for you. There you go. You should be good.
Now, earlier we played Styx's game.
Yeah, Styx's trivia is.
Because I saw you had what was it, Rock and Wrestling? I saw that one when because I was watching wrestling. That's why I'm sorry, Mark. I was late today because I was watching wrestling with my son, and then he tapped out and was like, "I'm going to bed." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna go hop on the show then."
I'm getting ready for WrestleMania tomorrow night, man.
Me too.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Love it.
Hey, we're doing if we're doing a watch along over on our other channel, Absolute Geek. If you wanted to hop on and watch wrestling with us.
Hey, I got a thing for you. I was working on earlier before I got on. That you can record this and use it on all your stuff, right? Here it goes. I am Mark Spears, and this is Renovision. There you go.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Wait a second. Hold on. We need to do this again.
Do I got to do it twice?
Yeah, because we weren't ready for this.
All right, ready?
Wait,
I am Mark Spears, and this is Renovision. There you go. But I do get 5 cents every time.
Don't worry, I'll get it. I'll get that clipped. Don't worry.
You may do it one more time.
But this time you can do it different. You can do it. You can do silly.
Okay.
Do a silly version.
Okay, I'll do it. I am Bruce, and this is Renovision. I'm done with that.
Perfect.
Oh, a lot of people were saying last week my beard was longer and everything. They said I look like Jack Black, so I could do this. Like, I am Steve. There you go. Or Flint and Steel.
You could have just started showing up in movie theaters and telling people, chicken jockeys, and they would have been cheering you.
Chicken jockey. Yep.
Could have been signing popcorn buckets and all kinds of
stuff. Jack Black.
I would love to have some of that Jack Black money.
Wouldn't we all?
All right.
The audience can play along with this game, so put your most wackiest answers in the chat.
All right, so we're gonna play the match. We played this last time. Mark was here. Kind of went off the rails. Hopefully, I don't know. Probably will again. So if anyone's not familiar with the match game, you're going to be presented with a fill in the blank question. Mark is our contestant. Our contestant's name is Mark Spears. So he's going to fill in. He's going to fill in the blank. He's going to fill in the blank, and then
his name was Bruce.
Is going to see if they can match his question. Joe is our official scorekeeper, and whoever I don't know. I've kind of I made the questions, so I kind of had an advantage as far as maybe planning some of these answers. So, but whoever matches the most with Mark is the winner, who wins absolutely nothing, but gets the claim to fame. So, are we ready for our first question?
Let's do it.
So again, Mark. Everyone will answer the question. Mark will present his answer, and then we'll see who matches Mark's answer. If you do, you get a point. Question number 1. Mark wanted his werewolf to have healthy teeth and gums, but also be one tough SOB. So Mark has him flossing with blank. Mark wanted his werewolf to have healthy teeth and gums, but wanted him to be a tough SOB at the same time. So he's got him flossing with blank.
What the?
All right.
Sorry, Jed. I was trying to use a tablet and it's putting advertisements on me.
So you gotta have old record boards.
Joe, I'll let you drive the big screen too, because I'll screw it up.
I'm driving.
All right, Mark, you let us know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, is everybody ready? Because we don't want anybody copying after Mark shows his answer.
I'm ready.
Everybody ready?
Got to see your hand. All right, ready.
All right. Barbed wire.
So Pam Anderson?
Yeah. We'll do a Pam Anderson.
Damn it.
Flossing with
All right. I guess I'll go first. No point for me. I said mummy bandages.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's a Sticks answer.
It would be a Sticks answer.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm next up here. I had the bride's hair that she cut off.
That's not I can't be upset at that. That's pretty good.
Brewster?
I just wrote something and hopefully I get a point for it because it's almost right. Chicken wire.
That is barbed wire, kind of.
Yes.
Right? Chicken wire.
Joe, you're the judge. That's pretty close.
Kind of different.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like 5.
You're getting a half a point on that.
They would have called it chicken wire in Alabama.
I have
Chicken wire is barbed wire in Alabama.
No, it's not. They're two different things.
Two different things.
You see how they treat me? See how much I get treated on this
Hey,
So.
I'm here in Appalachia. I know the difference between chicken wire and barbed wire.
Jeez.
Be happy with your half point.
Yeah, that may be all it takes.
Well, I'm not usually here on Friday, so I don't get to play this game that often or at all. So
that's not an excuse.
I thought logically and using the cadence of Jedi's voice, and I tried to rhyme it with what he said, and I went with Oral B because it rhymed with what he said. What?
Oh, SOB, Oral
SOB,
B.
and then Oral B. It was close enough.
Okay. Yeah, we don't put that much thought into things.
You need to go back to Wednesday.
I
go back to Wednesday. Go back to TAC.
I gotta keep drinking, I guess.
How about you, Sticks? Knock Brewster off his throne, will you?
Well, I don't know. I wrote something down.
There you
What are you doing? He frozen?
I wrote barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
go. There you go.
What world do we live in that me and Sticks are on the same page, man? This is insanity.
You should go see a
Simpatico.
doctor on
Simpatico
Monday
today.
and get checked
Okay.
out.
I tell you what, let's up this. Let's up the ante here. Whoever wins this I will send them a box of the Kickstarter cards when they come out for free.
Oh, wow.
The pressure.
Now it's more pressure on. Y'all gonna start sweating. So right now, Sticks is
I'm
winning.
already sweating.
Suddenly every answer Joe has is right. All right,
I
Close
deserve a
enough.
full point. I should have a full point for my chicken wire. Damn it.
all right, next question.
You know where the complaints go.
He's in
Mark
Japan.
loves monsters.
He's in
Mark
Japan.
loves monsters, football, and the color blue. So he combined these passions into a comic cover homage to blank.
Monsters, football, and the color
He loved
blue.
monsters, football, and the color blue. So he combined these passions into a comic cover homage to blank.
Mark is a football fan and a gamer, so I get this.
All right, I got it.
Come on, Mark. You and me.
Right here.
So
Let's stay simpatico.
I'm so tempted to write "Don't touch me, brother" on this.
Don't touch me,
It's
brother.
a little finger, but I might sell this at the expo, so I can't do it. But I need it. You know what? For Christmas, I might do that. Get those prints printed up and send them to each one of y'all. Don't touch me, brother. Prints for Christmas for all y'all.
Oh,
there we go.
that'd be funny.
Nice.
Hey,
All right, y'all.
you can make
y'all
a
got it?
T-shirt out of that.
Hey, I'm
I
done.
should.
Everybody got their
Well,
answer?
I'm done.
probably
I'm ready.
not.
I'm
I
ready.
got an answer.
I hear marker.
Yeah, I had to go marker. My pen died on me.
Is y'all done? Okay.
Who's first,
done.
Joe?
Here we go.
Six goes first. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
No, I go first, right? Okay.
Yeah. I forgot the rules.
Oh, I had that written down first.
Dude, it's blue. It's a monster.
I guess I'm going to be buying these
What are y'all
cards.
gonna come up with?
It's the homage that threw me off. I had it there. I was gonna have Duke versus Bama.
Oh well.
All right. Sticks, what you got? Do you have
Well, no. I said he was going to do a monster's homage to the great Super Pro.
Super
Oh,
Bro.
Super Pro was a good book.
Well, that would be his first Marvel project. NFL Super Pro.
Yeah.
Well, I get 0 points as well. I said I tried to combine. Again, I had a little bit of a head start on some of these. Movie Monsters, Football, and the Color Blue. I said he did an homage to the movie Varsity Blues.
Oh.
Well, that
Alright.
all in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Trying for Billy Bob.
That coach was
Now-
a bit of a monster.
He was.
Now
He was.
I will not take credit for my initial thing because I was like, well, he's asking for an homage. So I'm thinking of a famous cover that you would homage in some way.
See, I was there too, and I thought, well, no, Duke Blue Devils made more sense. But I
Duke
was
Blue,
on the
that's
same
what I was thinking. So when I was thinking homage, I was like, oh, to hell with it. Dark Hawk one. Nobody you can never have enough Dark Hawk ones, just like Turok.
We've been
True.
speared.
Yeah.
Bam, you've been speared. Dude, I might have to start using that, Bruce.
That's going to be on a
Speared.
T-shirt. You've been speared. I don't know. I was thinking football, video games, Mutant League football.
Mutant League football.
Yes.
It was a video game. I remember it.
Video game,
I remember the
football.
game too. That's why you said video games. Okay.
Yes. Ooh.
All right. I'll just admit it. Once I heard there would be a prize at the end of it, I said, well, I'm not even going to think logically. I'm just going to suck up and say, roll Tide.
Yeah.
I heard football. Roll Tide.
Can't blame you.
That's all that came to mind.
All right, so Sticks is still hanging on narrowly
Yep.
to the lead.
I got my half point lead.
Cards.
Whoa.
So far, he's
Next
winning them
question.
cards, man.
Mark's created vision of the creature from the Black Lagoon strays from the original. Instead of an amphibian man, his creature is actually blank. Mark's creative vision of the creature of the Black Lagoon strays from the original. Instead of an amphibian man, his creature is actually blank.
What?
That's a lot of writing.
That is a lot of writing. I love Jedi's squeaky marker. What you got? We got alien, merman, fish, alligator, Elon Musk, Tyson. What?
Yeah, that marker smells. Man.
My
Good
wife,
Charlie.
a Kardashian.
Oh, tuna.
I'm gonna go with the first thing that popped in my head, but yeah, there is no way. Let's just put it this way: if any of y'all get this, I will give you.
Automatic.
I will give you the best thing I got around here. Let me see.
Just say it slowly.
I'll give you.
Just say it slowly.
Just say it real slowly. See it right down. I'll give you. I have something right here.
You need to clean that room, Mark.
I'll give you. I know. I got to clean up. I'll give you the monster. I'll sign it.
Nice.
Very nice.
But really, I should give you more than that because there's no way y'all are gonna get my answer on this. I'm just saying. If you match mine, we might have to get married because that's what mine's out there. This is gonna be astronomical. All right, here's mine. There you go.
Damn it.
That was a good one.
Oh.
That was writing too.
Pete, that's too much to write. I can't. Hold on. Hold on.
I have to start charging y'all per word.
I said female. No.
Yeah, I said server.
I went with a fish.
That's actually not that bad. I should have simplified it and just said fish.
I just went with a fish because Jedi was building up a whole thing. It's like it's not an amphibian man.
Yeah.
It's a fish person. Is what I was going with. Yeah, well.
All right. Sticks.
Sticks.
What you got?
I said he's not an amphibian man. He's Atlantean.
Atlantean. That just makes too much logical sense. Sticks.
I know.
Yeah, that's actually a smart answer.
Well, I'm not going to get that great looking comic, but if you watch the show a lot, you'll know you'll know. I can't believe I said it's actually Joe with a snorkel touching feet.
It's never a bad possibility.
That's a good one.
Very good.
Love it.
I was watching some Columbo earlier today, so I said Peter Falk.
I can't say no to that because I love me some Columbo.
I like Columbo. Columbo's great.
Bruce, what you got?
Not the right answer.
Come on, that creature would have been great for Peter Falk.
I thought amphibian. I thought fishy, and I put them the fishiest person I know. They was a little shady. They're not here, so I put Dom Tober or Vinny the Rod.
Come on, I'm coming out of a lagoon here.
I was in the water, and she came on to me.
Poor dog.
Who peed in the water?
Dude, hey, I should start drawing Boba Fett so we can say Mark drew Boba Fett on the show that you missed. Dog.
Oh,
gave it to everybody on the panel.
He was never forgive us. All right. I think we got like 3 more questions, right? So there's still time for a comeback.
No
Next question. Next question is Dracula made these. Wow, I don't. You may have to reminisce to some of your grandparents for this one. Dracula may be old, but his teeth are still his own. So instead of dentures, he sleeps with his blank in a glass of water.
Okay, we might match up on this one.
It's a family show.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's after midnight.
Dracula may be old, but his teeth are still his own. Instead of dentures, he sleeps with blank in a glass of water. Crap.
Frosty.
I'm not going to get too complicated. All right.
Hey, Bruce, I'm going to send you this. And it says, Bruce, the true Fett fan.
Wait, I gotta. What is that? What is that?
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm going to send you this, Bruce, the true Fett fan.
I am true Fett fan.
I'm signing it. And then you need to pull this out one day when he's on. You say, "Oh, Mark gave me that the other night because." got to make that
You
tree
already
look
stuck
better.
it Dom on the top. No.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we're ready. Here's my answer. There, I fixed the true better now. It's a little bit better. I was misspelling true. All right. Well, I think there might be a match to this. I don't know.
So close.
Oh, no. What do y'all have to match me?
Oh,
No. It should have been fangs. No, it said fangs. It said not teeth.
No.
No, I didn't go fangs either.
What are y'all thinking? Okay,
I was in the same. I was in the same general area as you, but not
Well, I was in the same general area, but then I forget somebody reminded us. Well, it's a family show, so then I didn't want to put.
I stressed that it is not.
So I put Nightwing. Nightwing's dick.
There you go.
So I was trying to go there without going there.
Nice double entendre there.
Oh well.
That reminds me when I went to see that movie. I think I might have even said this before, but when I went to see a Batman and Robin with Val Kilmer and Chris O'Donnell, right? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
My wife is in there. We're watching it, and no, it was George Clooney, I think. And he goes, "It was that one." And he turns to Chris O'Donnell and goes, "I don't think so, Dick." My wife is all quiet in there. She bust out laughing and just giggling and everything. I was like, "It wasn't funny. What's going on?" She goes, "He called him a dick," and I was like, "That's his name." Yes. So that's my wife's experience in comics right there.
All right. Being who I am, I said he puts his D in a glass.
Oh, it's so close.
It's Nightwing. Yeah, they're connected. I mean, they're kind of.
They are connected.
It should count. I should get a hat.
That does not count.
Look, you know what? I got a feeling Sticks said the right one. I got a feeling.
No,
he's
he's got some Doctor Who reference for us.
He puts his TARDIS in there.
Did you put Alka-Seltzer?
His sonic screwdriver.
so I said he doesn't keep his he doesn't keep his dentures in there, but he likes to keep his virgins in the glass.
What? Is she a version?
Yeah.
Bringing you the version.
It fit the glass.
I'm a Mark. Your answer's better than mine. That's why I said it's pee-pee, but I should have said
yeah. All y'all said, man, I would have got it right if I had said.
Damn it!
No, yours is better. Your answer is better.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That unfortunately matches.
I think that's a winner.
I think that does that lines up.
Yep.
All right, now it's tied up, right? Sticks.
Tied.
Yep. Tied up.
All right, but still anyone's game.
We're still in this, guys.
Still 2 questions. Anyone's game. Mark's witch never told her coven that her blanks were fake.
Okay, we'll do same answer. Okay, let's get this one right. I think we're gonna have some matches here.
All right.
I think we're all gonna get this.
If you're still writing, you're probably wrong. All right. I think we might have some matches.
Fake.
Boobies.
Wait.
Boobs. Boss was from last time. So there.
All right. I also went with
Teats. Okay. That's acceptable.
P. Diddy tickets. What?
P. Diddy.
There you go. Pete's on the board.
With boobies.
I love the smile with the. That
You got to put the tongue out. You're gonna do the smile. You might as well put the tongue out.
Gotta have it. This might be the first time I've ever been on here that y'all all might have got this right.
Yeah.
I said hair.
Nope, because there's no way Sticks got it right.
No, I'm just kidding. I said tatas.
Bruce is
I'm worried about Sticks.
Out of contention.
Hey, smiling. I'm worried.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bruce has been eliminated.
I should have 2.
Hey, I bet I know what Sticks is going to say. He's going to say warts. Let's just see. See,
I said warts.
I should have played the reverse game.
What? I'm telling you, I know how Sticks thinks, man. I'm on the same way.
He's so innocent.
I would never admit that on stream, Mark.
Yeah, y'all need to edit this video. Cut all that out, and I'm on the same wavelength as Sticks.
Wow. That's amazing.
So that's right now. Joe's leading, right? And then it's everybody else.
Joe's winning.
Wait, what did Joe do?
I haven't gotten anything right yet.
But did you do? What was your guess for that?
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, did you not get this one?
So I wanted to be clever, and but then Mark raised the stakes and started, put that box of cards up. So I went boo.
Oh, yes. There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Perfect. You don't have time to be clever when you got to be right.
Yes.
All right. Final question. I think can someone tie Joe? Maybe
I can tie Joe.
I can beat
tie
Joe.
Tie me.
I can.
I didn't even give myself a point for that Duke question.
I can beat Joe.
Yeah, I think everybody is.
I know, Tyson. I know.
I got 1.5. I can beat Joe.
I believe. So everybody can tie on this one.
I thought Joe got 1, Sticks got 1, and then all of us. Well,
then all of a sudden, everybody got.
I got 1.5.
Joe has 2.
Yeah, Joe has 2.
And everybody else has 1.
We all got 1. Well, many of us got 1.
I got 1.5. Give my half a point, damn it.
Bruce has 1.5. All right, final question.
Oh, yeah, you did get chicken wire. That should be.
Mark thought about letting his Dracula be a daywalker so he could blank outside. Thought about letting him be a daywalker just so he could blank outside.
Dude, I don't know. I'm going to go easiest. Yeah.
Come on, Mark.
Oh, Mama Bear Dog come up with a good one. Streak outside. So I don't know.
It is a good one.
I'm going very general, so we might be able to. All right, y'all ready? Everybody got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for the cards, it's not that one. It's not that one. Walk outside.
Walk outside.
Day Walker.
Gonna write that too.
I was like, I'm just gonna go simple. Maybe it's so vague y'all get it.
I thought you were gonna do that. That's why I was gonna go that way, and I decided to go another route.
Sticks?
Mark. I said he's gonna be a daywalker so he can go and pee outside.
At first, I thought about that. I was like, that would be interesting, but then I went too simple. Oh, that Tyson's right. He can walk outside at night. Yeah, what does he? I guess he wants to sunbathe. I don't know.
When I wasn't listening to the question at first as much as I was reading it, and
on his Nightwing.
I sort of read it incorrectly, and I thought it said that he was originally supposed to be a dog walker, so he can shit outside.
Fair enough.
Bruce, are you going to take this? Are you going to be able to take it, Bruce?
I don't know.
Oh, no, let's save you for last. I think you're the only one that has a chance. We'll do you last.
We can tie Joe.
Oh, we can?
I can beat
Everybody
Joe.
can tie Joe.
He can beat Joe, though. He can beat Joe.
Got 1.
Well, since vampires are my favorite thing in the world, favorite monsters, and Blade and Daywalker, that's the movie, I put walking.
Whoa!
This game, I
Yeah,
think.
you kind of look like Blade, the Wesley Snipes Blade. I think that
It's all right. It's okay. My answer is a response to Bruce's win, which is poop.
Awesome
and I put Batman on there because I was bored.
That's awesome Batman.
That's a better Batman than Absolute.
That's not a bad Batman.
I was with Joe, and I had no dog confusion.
Beats my guy peeing, that's for sure.
I figured, why you got to pee outside when you could poop outside?
I just said so he could get a tan line.
Sorry, Jedi.
So is there a tie right now between Bruce and Joe?
No.
No, Bruce got it.
Because he got the chicken wire half point.
Sweet.
Chicken wire.
Alabama barbed wire. Thank you very much.
And you also get the nice little fit to rub into Dom's face.
There you go.
He's going to be so mad.
He's going to be very mad. Why you didn't tell Mark to do what for me? I would have been there. We would have, I would have said something.
You don't know anything about Star Wars.
Come on.
Come on.
You don't even like Star Wars.
Man.
You don't even like Star Wars.
I'll make.
So he's gonna do a transformer for me.
I'll make Dom a photocopy of it.
Yes, there you go.
Good
Awesome.
stuff. Good stuff, boys.
Please, you have one last chance to put Huntsville, #Huntsville in the chat so you can win your Megatron cover.
You gonna run it, Bruce?
Yeah, I'll run it. Let me get this. Wait, is that the right one? That is the right one. There we go.
I love the music.
We have 79 people watching. Only 36 have entered. What the hell?
Well, I'm not entering.
I'm not entering.
That's fine.
Type in #Huntsville. Hurry.
Type it in.
There you go, guys. There you go. Come on, get those entries in.
The
Take a
rest of
shot.
the contest went all in an expense trip to Dom's Pickle Party Palace.
Love the alliteration.
I might actually have to put that in Monsters. They'll walk right beside Dom's Pickle Party Palace.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be an interesting storefront. They would.
Yes. Like, you don't want to go in there, man. That's Dom's Pickle Party Palace.
All right, we're up to 43. That's enough. All right, let's run.
Free Megatron. This is
know.
Megatron.
Keep going. They're still going.
It's
Who
free.
doesn't want a Megatron?
You can't go wrong with Megatron.
It's a Megatron.
And it has smoke. Smoke
all over it.
Smoke. It's smoke.
Is that laser beak on his
Oh, come on.
Oh, you love that guy, Jedi.
I do.
That's just disconcerting.
If you're coming to Huntsville, bring it, and you can get it signed for a small fee. But I'll tell you what, if you bring that to Huntsville, I will put on there Dom's Pickle Party Palace. I'll write that on there for free.
And to make sure the person that has it, I want to write Brucifer's giveaway on the backing board. Gets you a free signature for a fee.
But it's got the pickle party on there.
Free for a fee.
You got to deal with the pickle party.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Dom's.
All right.
Party
What
palace.
What the hell did I miss?
Brucifer's giveaway over there.
That's upside down.
I know.
There you
I
go.
see it.
There you go.
All right.
Upside down.
And the winner,
Bruce
50
used to
people
upside down.
in. That's enough.
All right. Good round number.
There we go. Let's draw this book and see who wins.
Oh, I'm seeing some familiar names in there.
A lot of familiar names in there.
Oh, it's slowing down.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Barbarian Kung Fu.
Barbarian Kung Fu.
All right, there you go.
That's the best of the Kung Fu, is the barbarian kind.
Are you here, Barbarian? You still here?
Must
You
be
have
here.
your
There he is.
knowledge.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yep, there he is.
Hit me up on Instagram at Kingdom of Nerds _ on Instagram.
And if you can't find Bruce, send me a message and I'll get it to Bruce.
Yes, Renovision on Instagram.
Nice.
There you go.
Congrats. Awesome.
Nice. Awesome. Fantastic. Mark, I want to give you another quick plug here. Let's remove that guy. I need you to remove that, Bruce.
Oh, sorry.
Lovely StreamYard. It's not the most collaborative of platforms.
All right, Barbarian. Yeah. For free, I'll put Dom's Pickle Party Palace on it.
Yeah. I just want to throw out another plug for you, Mark, for
Kickstarter
cards.
It starts the same day as the con, so I don't know exactly what time. We'll probably have it start at midnight on the 25th. I don't know if that's midnight Central or Eastern. Just keep watching on my socials, and I'll let you know. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Well, you'll be able to go there, see a bunch of the cards, see how we're doing it. But the only thing that will be probably limited is those complete sets with that comic cover. So if you want one of those, you kind of want to, probably get there early in the part of the day, because there's only going to be probably 150. So we'll see. I don't know the price list
We'll make
yet.
sure we have the link. Apart from the QR code, we'll make sure we have the link down below. So if you guys just sign up for the link, because then you can be reminded when it goes live. You go now.
You go on Kickstarter, get in there.
MarkSpearsMonsters.com will take you right to it as well. If you just put that on your phone, MarkSpearsMonsters.com, right there to it. So that's next Friday, the exact same day as the Huntsville Expo. If you live around the southeast, or there's flights in from everywhere, just book you one. Come on down. It's gonna be fun. We will. You might have me all to yourself, because there might not be anybody there, but I think there might be a few people. So
might be a few people there. There'll be plenty of
a
people
lot
there.
of cool exclusives. Hey, buy an exclusives, put it on eBay while you're there. It pays for your trip. So,
is there going to be an auction for a night with Spears? Will you and one lucky member have dinner together?
I should have done that, but then I would be afraid some weirdo like Dom wins it, and then I'm sitting there having that.
You want to take you to
I'm trying to eat my steak. He's like, "Yo, that's the best."
That's the best.
You ever been to a pickle party?
Can you eat that pickle, Mark?
So I know, might do that later on when I get used to these cons and stuff. We might do that. We are going to have a meetup on Discord, things like that. So y'all can search out my Discord. It's out there, Mark Spears Monsters on Discord, and talk to those guys. If you want to do a meetup, they're going to be like 30 people.
We'll put the Discord link down below too. We'll make sure we get all these links all ready.
So it's gonna be a blast. We can't wait. If you can't come and you're like, I'm interested in seeing all that, we do think we're going to record, make a lot of videos, maybe stream some. So just keep an eye out. Nice. But it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to finally get to meet some fans and everything of Monsters. Again, Kickstarter, same day as that, 25th. So 25th is a big day. I am going to be on the night before. You'll just have to look at my socials, because I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to be on eBay Live for the very first time with someone on their channel that's coming into Huntsville. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to offer some stuff, and they got a bunch of books, and I'm going to be drawing and remarking, just having a blast the night right before the con. So check my socials for that, so you can find out where to go and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going to have a big fun week planned. So
are you going to be holding court tonight in Discord?
I might go back to Discord over there, and
okay.
and drop some bombs over there or something. I don't know. I love going over there to Discord, and I'll just, like Bruce knows, I'll just get on and start talking, and I'll show off some artwork I probably shouldn't show, but I'll do it anyway. And we have a blast. Get opinions on, hey,
tell them I'm doing iron-ons.
So
you just tell them all about the pickle party. They want to know
glow
what
in the dark. I'm looking at glow in the dark covers. I'm trying to do that. Iron-ons. Would it not be cool that you could offer an iron-on in a poly bag with the Monsters comic right at Christmas or something? I think all that would be great. I love all the retro stuff, right? So,
then you got to do the cards that you have to cut out from the inside of the book, where they're just like inserted in. You got to get some.
I thought of that, and you ruined the book.
People,
I was like,
make people cut the UPCs out of the books and have to mail them into you.
Yeah,
you know what? I've already thought about that, and I was asking Keith Spot about it. I was like, wouldn't that be something? Because, like the old Melloways, and they were like, that is cool. The only problem is I don't know how many would do it, so we'd have to figure out how many to make of the Melloways, right? Like, do you make
Mark,
1,000?
There would be so many 50-year-old men, you would make their heads explode if you asked them to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They would be like,
we might do something like that in the future, though, because again, I think it's a fun title. You can do things like that with the 3D Melloway.
Torpedo got away with it. They did it with Essentia. They had the Campbell and they had the Frank Miller. The people are like, all right, we got a 50-50 shot of getting a good book.
Yeah. And then people got the Frank Miller.
Yeah, all right. Got one of each.
Shrinky Ding, somebody said, yeah, all that stuff. I'm looking at all of it, dude. The other day, I really I said this out loud on the Discord. I was like, I was watching something that was talking about Mr. T and the T Force. That was a show in the 80s. And I was like, I might try to reach out and license Mr. T to do an exclusive. Wouldn't that be something? He's like holding up Dracula or something on the cover, going, "I pity the fool."
Man makes a fine breakfast cereal.
Yes, dude, I ate that cereal nonstop for months back then. Loved it.
Yeah, he's going to be at his first con in Dallas this
really?
I think it's Dallas SuperCon or something like that.
I'm going to actually reach out to him, because that would be great if he's starting to do cons. That would be great, because if we did it together, that's a book that he could also sell as well, right? That would be something he could show up with. One other note I just remembered, if y'all know who Joe Bob Briggs is, he was a horror host when I was growing up. I will also have those at the expo. We went in together and did an exclusive. There was a 200 print run. He's got 100. I got 100 of them. It's him on the cover. And on the back, it says Mark Spears and Joe Bob Briggs. So you can get it signed by him, get it signed by me when you see me or him. So
that sounds familiar. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs. Well, Sticks was more of a Rhonda Shear fan, I guess.
Dude, I remember Rhonda Shear.
Elvira. We up here in my area, we had Baron Damone. He was a local TV horror host.
I'm trying to work out a deal to get an Elvira exclusive. I'll let you know. And, if I can,
good luck on that one, because I don't. She's picky.
Someone in the chat mentioned that earlier.
I've talked to the rep. It's a big thing with Dynamite, and I've talked to Nick at Dynamite. I think it's actually going to work out. I just don't know when.
Nice.
So, wouldn't that be awesome to have her on the cover surrounded by? Well,
we know what homage we want for Elvira.
And there's an homage that Bruce said, "Hey, if you get the rights to do that, you should do this homage to Elvira." Wasn't it a DC cover?
Yeah, House of Mystery.
I was going to say Stevens. Stevens.
Yes.
Okay.
I definitely would do that. I would do an homage to that, because that looks amazing. Bruce brought it up. So, we're working out the kinks in that. Hopefully that happens this year. If not, maybe next year. But we're working on that, and I would love to do it. Vincent Price too. They have the same agent, the estate. So I would love to do a Vincent Price cover for Monsters. Just all these famous horror icons. So
I was gonna say, because he's not putting up much of a fight over it, so it must be
so, but that'll be awesome. So, but that's everything I got to plug, guys. It's been a blast. I had an awesome time. What was it last? Was it December I was on here last?
No, I think it was.
Yeah, right before the
was it the other Kickstarter?
I thought it was after that.
I don't know.
It was November.
You came on at the beginning of the Kickstarter, and then you came on at the end of the Kickstarter.
Maybe I came on in January or right after it was over. But I love it every time you guys invite me back. It's awesome.
It's been too long.
I'll have more info on some stuff here in the next couple of months, and I'll come back on and share some news and stuff. So
nice. You're always welcome.
Always
I appreciate it. Just make sure Dom's not here next time. No, I'm just playing. Oh, man, I miss him.
You're gonna get scolded. He's gonna tell you to go out and pick your switch.
Come on. He should have been here.
Yeah.
He's
gonna be sad, but I
hate it. We'll make sure he's on it next time.
Yeah. He had some things to take care of, but he was in good spirits yesterday when we were talking wrestling. So
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm excited again. I get to watch that. I was watching that right before I got on here. I was watching SmackDown, and then I can't wait to the weekend matches. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait. Sunday. A little bit.
So who's winning Sunday? I want to hear your opinion. Who's winning Sunday? Is it going to be Cody or Cena? We were talking about it last night. We were kind of split.
I'm
wherever the writers decide.
The booking after the show, like where Cena's going to be and everything. I believe that Cena gets the belt because of his appearances. It wouldn't make much sense, right? So I really believe he gets the belt. Now, what do they do with Cody and stuff? I'm not really sure. But my idea of what's happening with all this, Cena, is heel. He'll stay heel the rest of the year. And then I believe right the month that he's quitting, which I don't know if that's December or whatever, he does something to come back to being, the very last match. Like Hulk Hogan.
He'll do the handshake after the loss.
Yeah.
He'll do
exactly.
The handshake.
He'll be back to normal and everything be good. And I'm so excited that they did this. I think it's a lot better than him just having a retirement tour, right? It makes it a lot better. But yeah, that's who I think is actually going to win. But that's very interesting. That's why I want to watch it, because if he doesn't win, I'm curious what their plan is going forward. Because then you've actually devalued it a little bit. So
that's what I was worried about. I like your idea too, because Matt was a friend of ours, Matt, who does over on Absolute Geek. He was selling me on that idea because part of me was thinking, well, they'll just have Cena lose. I was thinking Cena will lose, but he'll realize the error of being a heel because he hasn't really said or done anything that he can't walk back from already.
No, I think they'll make him go even more heel, and he'll be heel all through the time until the end of the year. And also, I'm hearing that The Rock, because the whole Rock thing was botched, I guess, where they didn't have him coming in and doing more of that kind of stuff. I'm hearing there might be someone else that's in his stable, right?
The third man. We need a third man.
So that would be very interesting. That's so interesting to me than the three-way you got with who is it? Reigns and Seth and
Punk.
Punk. That's interesting, but dude, that's not even a championship match, right? And I do think that what's his name? What's his name is going to win the other belt. Who is it? One of the Uso brothers.
Yeah.
I think he wins. Which I don't really understand that though, because I keep hearing what's the guy who's got the belt now?
Gunther.
Gunther. I keep hearing that they really want to do that Gunther and Goldberg match this summer, right?
I think they still will. They still will.
They still can,
just without the belt.
Yeah.
And, I think he could still be he'll probably, when they lose, they step away for a month or two, right? Get the heat off of them, come back, and then he'll be like, but I'm the best technical wrestler. And then Goldberg will be like,
he's targeting whoever has the other belts. I'm going to be chasing Cena or whatever.
Yeah. I do like it when they swerve you though. I was not expecting Undertaker last year to show up during that match at all, right?
Nope.
That was kind of neat. So I like little surprises. I'm hoping, dude, I keep hearing there's going to be some kind of surprise with Stone Cold. Don't know.
He's right there.
Right.
What about Randy Orton's open challenge he issued?
I think that's going to be Rusev. That's who I think. Because who else would it be that would make it big enough? I don't think it's one of the guys from the tribe. Who is it? Sokoa or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Solo. I mean, it might
Solo.
be, but that would be lame if they did that.
I think. I think in the back there's no one to show up. He goes, no one in the back. All you guys, no one wants to fight me. And then all of a sudden, it's Russo music, and it's. I think people go, "Hey, that's different."
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's my prediction.
Return to the Bulgarian Brute.
Which it was again. I don't know what kind of a pop that would have because he was neat there, but it was also they had the Lana story going, right? So I don't know how he does by himself there, but
well, to be fair, the Lana story got weird when they had Bobby Lashley, and then they were showing like his bed and stuff, and then they had people popping out of cakes, and
it got to where
Liv Morgan was in love with her.
It is a soap opera.
Other angles, it was crazy.
But yeah,
Vince McMahon was a wild card.
And on the Charlotte Flair match is so interesting because of the heat that they get at each other for saying the wrong things.
Yep.
Like in real life. So that's actually, it makes you want to watch it now. I wasn't really interested in that one until I'm seeing them go off script. And I'm like, man, someone could actually hurt the other one by accident. And then there will be a real fight break out.
By accident.
Poor Tiff. Poor Tiffy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait for that either. That's going to be fun.
So I mentioned it earlier in the show, and I'm going to say it again because the talk that you were just doing is great. If you ever want to come on our wrestling show, we'd love to have you.
Oh, when do y'all do that? What nights do y'all do?
We do it Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Sometimes if Dom has to work, we do it Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's another opportunity to hang out with Dom.
There we go. That's it. I will have to try to come over the next night. I'm free after WrestleMania. I don't know if next week I'm free or not, but if it's the week after that,
you're a little busy next week, but
yeah, next week's a little.
Anytime you'd want to come on, we would love to have you. You got some good takes in there. I love it.
Yeah, like to talk about it. So yeah, awesome guys.
Nice. Oh, Mark, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We always appreciate you coming on. Always a good time. Again, open door anytime. Anytime you got anything going on, or even if you just want to hang out, always welcome.
Sounds great.
Always fun. Make sure Jedi puts together another fun game for you.
Next time I might write the questions before.
Yeah, we'll let you come up with the questions, not Jedi.
We'll do something.
Hey, I actually did research. I actually went and looked at old match game video TV shows and thought I tweaked them. Obviously, I tweaked the questions.
Sure.
But
a couple of them were actually really good, but some of them, was hard.
Yeah, no, I kid. Jedi, you did a great job putting that together.
I think you did a good
job.
job.
Words are hard.
You know what? You deserve double your pay for that.
Yeah.
Double whatever you pay yourself. You got double it this week.
Triple it, quadruple it, whatever.
You know what? Quadruple it. Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Anything times 0 is 0.
Yes.
We appreciate you hanging out. Don't forget to sub up. And also check out some of the other shows we got on the channel as well. Pete does the CBSI Hot 10. The man's here. He's right here. He comes on at 9 o'clock before us, followed by us on the Qualified. On Saturdays, we got Saturday Night Special. Sticks, you guys going live tomorrow?
Nope. No Saturday Night Special tomorrow night over
right.
at Absolute Geek. We will be doing the WrestleMania watch along. Starting at
I'll throw a dollar bin digging up over here to fill the spot for SNF.
There you go.
Excellent. And on Sundays, all your Star Wars needs, Tales from the Dark Side. Marco is still in the Land of the Rising Sun.
Yeah, so this week I think the boys are going to go on Monday.
Monday night.
So they'll be on Monday. I ain't updating these slides weekly.
No, you don't have to update it weekly. It's a weird week. It's Easter. It's Easter. It's WrestleMania.
Oh, that's right. It is Easter Sunday as well. So.
Speaking of Easter, there will not be the other comic show on Kingdom of Nerds. We will be back for Monday Madness, covering all your pop culture rumors and crappy takes that most of you Marvel, DC, and Star Wars fans have.
You get to hear about every actor that would like to play a role.
Yes.
I want to be Batman.
And as always on Wednesdays, Pete Marco on the Totally Awesome Coolest Show.
Joe,
comic news. What?
The hottest show on Tuesdays right now.
Oh, Tuesdays. I'm turning it over to Sticks now. I went through the Renovision lineup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to the hottest channel.
His lineup in, but all right.
So every Tuesday night over on my channel, we're going to be once again watching an episode of Doctor Who. Joe and I believe Jedi will be back this week.
Don't clap for that.
Joe and Jedi have never seen Doctor Who, so they're brand new to it.
So that's not completely true now. We have seen
I learned Rose is a mouth breather. That's what I've learned.
Leave Rose alone.
Yep.
Hey,
so
Rose is a hottie.
Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. over at my channel, new Doctor Who. Come watch.
If you haven't seen it before, 73 on YouTube.
Enjoy it. Yep.
The link is down below. The link is down below, as always.
Well,
I can't believe Dix has been hiding Rose from me all these years. That's like,
right there.
You would have been a fan of that Showtime show where with Frankenstein's monster. What was that one called that she was also on? Oh, darn it, Penny.
I like some doughy and pasty.
Come on, Stick. You know what I'm talking
about. Barbara Penny Dreadful, whatever it was.
Penny Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful.
Oh, Penny
Dreadful. I mean, it was all the classic horror monsters. There was a Frankenstein and
vampire.
Yeah, it's not bad. Whoa. It's not bad. I watched that.
I want to watch it again. Actually,
it was a good show. Thank you, chat. You guys had me.
Yeah,
thank you.
They're always good. We got the best chat around. They're always picking
right
up
on top
our slack.
Yep.
Well,
we have a lot of slack.
We thank you all for joining us. Mark, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Good luck at the con. Good luck with the launch of the cards on Kickstarter. Get up there now, hit your notify so you don't forget about it when it launches. And good luck. We hope to see you again soon.
And if there's any fights that break out, I will sure to record them and come back here and we can laugh at it.
That's my kind of viewing. That's what
there we go.
All right, everybody. Thank you all very much. Take care.
I want Pickle Pals on my book.
The qualified. The qualified. The qualified.